Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. My name is Cam, and I have here my partner Axe. For tonight, we're going to be taking care of ET New Moon versus TPO Blue. This is valid for Titans Divinity League Week
This is week
2.
two.
So don't worry about the screen. I'm gonna be updating things here. So Axe, please tell me what are you expecting for this match.
What am I expecting? Well, I'm not exactly sure what first pick's gonna be because some of the best first picks in Kaisa and Malka are missing. TPO Blue did ban them out. I'm expecting they're gonna put Slappy or doing Sepbro on some pretty nuts jungles. We'll see what happens there, and then I think mid's gonna be probably the biggest focus for this series. You know, both mids like similar pools, control mages and the likes, and we'll see how it goes. So first pick Zaya, response with Tristana Zac. This will give doing Sephiroth a really good opportunity to pick something that'll do well into Zac, because Zac's not the best at like 2v2s. And also Zac's really good for mid, so I think they're really trying to focus on that. So lock in Zaya Rakan. And also Poppy. Poppy's really good to disrupt the elastic slingshot from Zac.
Yeah, I'm actually quite excited to see what's gonna happen tonight because these both teams lost their first week. Both teams are 0-2, but I believe actually both teams are 0-2. I believe they don't share any. I don't think there's any tiebreaker
So
between the two teams.
this will be Zeri, ADC, and Tristana mid. They didn't want to bait New Moon at all with flexes, and then this Poppy theoretically can go top or jungle. We'll see what they do. Um, do you think they use counterpick for support or mm, top? Because I think it has to be top. Support counterpick's really poor. It looks like they missed a ban.
Yeah, let's see
They
what
said
these
Ziggs.
Ziggs ban. Okay. Yeah, that's expected. You have a Buckbee on the side of New Moon. His Ziggs is actually pretty pog. And is one of the champs that he is really comfortable on. Now I'm
What
quite questioning this Tristana. It looks like it's gonna be Tristana for Vishwa. Not sure how
the
he does.
what mid would you pick into Tristana really? Because she's can be really aggressive, but also her scaling's quite strong.
I definitely would go with something standard. Stay with a Syndra, Victor, things like that. Something or since they have a Zac, I probably would try like something that has mobility, like an Ari maybe.
And I talked briefly with Newman before the series. Apparently, Stupid Trader is Tracker Jackers on this team playing top lane.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm curious to see how Trackers performs against the man, the myth, the legend, Downfall on the top.
Yeah, I haven't had the opportunity to watch. Wait, no, no, no. Hold on a second. I think I did had the opportunity to watch Trackers. You said what's her in game again?
If top lane is indeed Trackers, is Stupid Trader.
Okay, so yes, I did see then. Okay, because yesterday we were covering the matches for Divinity League, and I did get a watch on them. It looked rough overall. It definitely looked like how should I say this? Mid and jungle were the strongest points on this team for the side of TPO. It had like Trackers had a rough time in the top lane for on both games. I want to see how Downfall is gonna do because he's taking the Poppy to for himself.
So
Interesting.
this will be Kennen into Poppy. I don't really love Kennen into Poppy. Um, Kennen has no form of sustain, so Poppy actually kind of whittles him down almost as much as Kennen whittles her down. And then it's just hard for Kennen to get in there with the Poppy ults to knock him away.
I mean,
Both.
I think from side of TPO, Ken is actually not too bad. I mean,
I don't think it's
obviously,
bad. It's a skill match up top,
yeah. I mean,
and
it's not gonna be
there's
harassing much.
yeah, it's really hard for Kennen to punch through Poppy because even when Poppy gets low, if she has second wind Dorn Shield and then she gets 40% extra resistances when she's low health, it becomes really hard for Kennen to poke her out.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm interested to see is how, New Moon has a really interesting bot lane. They have pretty much a good fight as well, and you have your late game insurance on the Corki. From the side of TPO, a little bit more of aggressive, try to get the Tristana, and they're gonna have to like jump on top of this Corki, like try to pressure him the early to mid game. But she definitely would need to be careful with the J4, especially if she jumps, because if she, tries to use the jump as a gap closer to Corki, if she's not paying attention, she can be punished pretty well. And I'm not sure what the Zera's gonna be able to do. They have a Rakan, they have a Poppy that can stop her jumps and things like
Yeah,
that.
there's a
But
lot of CC answers on the side of New Moon. What this team is kind of worse on is disengage. They have Poppy ult, but like if Poppy ult is down, they don't really have a way to stop TPO blue.
yeah, I think all eyes are gonna be on these on Vishwa. I think he's definitely the go-to person from TPO, and now actually they had an addition which I think is really good for them. Let me try to get the jungler's name because it's a new jungler. It's Dumbest Lick. Dumbest Lick, he plays with Thunder McBusters from Shiba on another league on AGL, and he had really and Thunder's had a lot of praises for Dumbest League. So I expect him to play to this mid jungle to be very strong from TPO, and if TPO wants to get that win, they have to play on these two guys. So, yep. And shout out to Jinlo. Yes, I'm running with my mustache. Didn't have time to take it off, so we're gonna have to go for tonight with it.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Oh yeah. So before I forget, we are waiting for all the in-game drafting to be done
Mm.
before we enter to the spec delay. Um, One thing though is I want to shout out to ET obviously because I don't know if you guys saw here. I got the merch from ET, the Blood Moon Be Better shirt. So I have this one for today. I have another one arriving tomorrow. I don't remember if it's actually. I don't remember if it's Solar, ET, or New Moon that's arriving tomorrow. It's the second design that I got to show off here on camera. So today I'm gonna be rocking the Blood Moon shirt, but during the week we're gonna have more merch to show you live. So I'm really excited for that. So let's go. You should definitely get yours. It's looking really nice. Go check on. I'm gonna put the comments here on the chat, so you guys can go check the stores to see like if you find anything that's interesting that you like. But yeah, man.
I will say,
Yep.
I really like the engage options New Moon has. Like, Zaya can set stuff up, Jarvan and Rakan can play off of each other really well, and Poppy also can just wall stun off of Jarvan Cataclysm. And then if you look at TPO Blue's draft, it pretty much all hinges on Zac and Kennen.
Yeah, definitely interesting choices. I think the, it's a little awkward because Canon, Tristana, Zac, and Zeri they kind of want to go in, right? And the Brawl kind of feels like a little misplaced here. That's the only question that I have regarding
Well, one of the
this
things that
draft.
was really strange is like Zeri's known for playing with like a couple supports. It's like Janna, Rakan, Yumi, and I think there's probably like one more. I've never seen Zeri and Braum paired together.
Yeah, I
And
don't
they
even
picked the
know.
Zeri after Rakan got picked, so I'm not sure why they didn't pivot
And
a
after
bit.
the Poppy too.
And after the Poppy,
So yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't even know if it pairs well like the bronze shield. I don't even know if it works well with that. Um, Although we can expect this to be a really different bot lane. But yeah, and also the Braum here doesn't really help against anything. Maybe he can avoid the feathers to be pulled back from Zaya,
and like
but that's
Corky
it.
poke.
But that yeah, I mean, but that's it, right?
I think Braum ult, Shield might be able to completely block Zaya feathers, but that relies on him timing it in such a way where he's not getting hit right before that happens.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. What did I do here? Oh, I just did this. Hey, Scrimbles, thanks for the follow. So, we're waiting for a spec delay. It's gonna have a couple more minutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in a very short break, and when we're back, we're gonna be back in action. Expect a lot of fun moments in this series. That's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.
Tell me when to play. We're about 10 seconds behind live.
And I was gonna say we're just back on live game. Just gonna be updating here the small details on the screen.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
TPO.
30 seconds until minions
But yeah,
spawn.
so far we can see a stack here: Downfall, Stepbro, and Fallen in the top river bush. Zaya standing back just to avoid any possible invades from the Brawl. Actually, Brawl's level 1 is pretty strong. But outside that, so far nothing crazy. Now Buckbeak getting a little poke onto this Tristana.
Minions have spawned.
We see the bot lane from TPO getting some vision, the Raptors. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, I need to fix my. Sorry, give me 1 second. I need to fix my. What's it called? Streamer mode on Discord. Sweet. Now we're ready for some gaming. So let's see
Got
what's.
both Jungle starting on bot side. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't really know if Jarvan wants to be getting like Kennen behind. I mean, Zach
Yeah.
probably wants to get Kennen ahead, but
Wait. Kennen started with E and he went forward. That's an interesting choice.
yeah. So sometimes Kennen will start E to do a big auto trade, but what's weird is he eat on top of Poppy. Normally, you just use the E attack speed buff to do a big trade. Rakan W's in, whips it. TPO has level 2 and do not punish him at all.
Yeah, I don't. We didn't see any pings from TPO on the J4, and actually J4 did a really interesting pathing. He skipped Raptors, going from behind the the wall here. I'm gonna ping
Yeah, he's
here.
trying to avoid the vision.
Yeah. Now
So he
Vishwa.
did a 3 camp and he's headed top now.
Yeah, that was a good job by Vishwa there, getting a lot of damage on Bugby. But Stupid Trader might be a little bit out of position. He's gonna face check Step Bro, gets a big damage, gets the
You
stun
know,
in,
Kennen's
but
gonna have to reset. Poppy goes in for the kill, does not quite
she
get it.
missed the flash and she's losing a lot of wave. Oh my
I
god!
think Zach might die, or at least lose passive. Red buff is ticking. They can't really pop this under tower. They're two melee champions.
Okay, they got the passive out, but this is terrible. Look at how much wave Downfall is losing, and he's
The
trying to get.
Downfall is losing this entire wave.
They
This is about
both
2.5 waves of minions.
and they both lost. Oh, this is so bad from the side of ET. They lost. He lost not only a cannon wave, he lost like 1.5 wave. Now it's gonna bounce back if he doesn't find a way to keep the minions there. And they trade 2 flashes for 1 flash on Dummies League and the passive, so it's not really worth it in my opinion. Now Buckby is being able to stay relatively safe here, um, but Vishwa is putting a lot of pressure on this mid lane. But yeah, some interesting action, but a little questionable so
Not
far.
a whole lot has happened, really. I mean, there's a top fight, but all that really did was get Poppy behind an
Oh,
experience.
stupid traders.
Heading Greed starting to freeze. He gets wall stunned. Poppy misses an auto. Kennen levels.
I mean, he's diveable
Oh,
now, and
he's
look at what.
diveable and Jarvan is here. I think you just go for this to deny this wave.
Yeah,
And he's just getting chunked lower and lower by Poppy passive autos. Walk for it. Kennen lines himself for the wall stun.
oh
It makes the easiest
no!
dive.
Yeah, but downfall he drops. He was
Uh,
not supposed to die. He should have let Step Bro tank first. Um,
Yeah, but Kennen still loses a lot of this wave.
yeah, it's just some awkwardness happening, um, all across the board. But I mean, bot lane's gonna wait. Fallen is looking to his Vishwa, but Buckby has no mana. Looks like he's just trying
Fallen's
to
here, but can't really force anything. Borky is
wait. Dummy's leaks.
Zac is on Raptors and dodges Rakan's vision.
Buckby is low. Dummy's leak doesn't go for the dive. Now he's gonna get
Well, Zac
spotted.
has no passive, so he can't really try for this.
Yeah, but in the mid lane here, you have Buckby losing quite a lot of CS. He's gonna be a under 10 CS difference, but I don't know. I think like he just stayed too long in the lane. He could have definitely gone for an easier and safer back, and then just TP back to continue to farm. But
And Poppy is ahead on CS right now. Is down a plate, because I believe Jarvan got the plate top.
yeah, now she got a stun. Stupid Trader goes for the all in. Doesn't get the kill, but he's chunked. Now we have a 3v3 bot lane.
Zac's going for it. Zach has no passive, so he should die here.
Buckby's coming over. Is that right?
Buckby's coming in for the cleanup.
Oh, he doesn't get enough.
TPO gets out of there.
Oh, Buckby! He
Ooh,
flashed and he got the hit on the
dude, Bucky's
ultimate.
just built different.
Now they're rotating for the Drake. They're gonna get the Hex track, and they're
Uh,
trading a plate
Trist
here
is
for
free
Tristana.
farming a bit here.
And she got that plate, so she got a good amount of gold in that play.
Yeah, Trist is a bit ahead because Corky can't zone her off this plate.
And she's going for another plate. You love Tristanas.
Tristana's plate taking is really absurd.
Yeah, so she pretty much takes
So
12
Kennen
CS.
doesn't have ult right now, so if Newman wants to go for a Herald fight, he can't really do much.
Yeah, 18 seconds, but J4 is on the bottom here. He's gonna be looking for another play, especially because Zerina has no flash.
I don't really know how much they can do with this, with Zeri having dash and Jarvan not having ult yet.
Nice poke coming from Bugby. Okay, now this is where the lane becomes a bit easier. Wait, hold on.
They're going for the bot play.
Oh,
We're
double
coming W.
combo! I think Lightning. Okay, he flashed away because he already
Oh,
has
the
used the
Braum
dash.
shield blocks just enough damage.
Coconut
They
flash.
go for the dive. Coconut flashes in.
Ooh, step bro is so low. W's
Yeah,
Link
he
is
died.
here.
He gets away. Bot lane at least.
Yeah, but Tristan is moving.
Zach and Trist are looking for it. If he agrees for a camp, he just dies for free.
Oh, he's actually. Okay, so he was being so
He's
cautious.
unspotted.
He was being so cautious going to the second bush. I thought he was gonna die for it.
Yeah, Zach did not want to peek his head out.
But that's a good start. I mean, J4 has the same CS as the Zach, but he has 3
But he
kills.
has 3 kills. He's 1,000 gold up.
Oh, and Spack freezing. You love to see it.
Zach goes for the bot gank, and it does absolutely nothing.
Oh, you're a little ahead of me now. You should back a little because it froze for me.
I'm at 20.
I'm at
21.
13.
Oh my. Alright. Tell me when you get to 22.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Alright, perfect.
Okay. But yeah, we still see a pretty big difference in CS. I mean, Coconut has 5 CS to catch, but he's still at least 15 behind I'm Lightning. We also see an 18 CS difference in this mid lane.
Rakan goes for Zeri dashes out though. Once Rakan hits 6, which is right now, it should be a lot harder for Zeri to avoid ganks.
Yeah, and reminder.
Engage plays. And they get the Herald on the top side of the map.
Wait.
Zach's going in, but
Oh,
Poppy
he's
stops it.
still-
He's still in smite range, and he gets it. Kennen's looking for the flank. He does have ult. This is gonna be
He gets the flash
disastrous
in.
for New Moon.
Shut down.
Jarvan shutdown goes to Zach.
Buckby's gonna fall here.
Triss is resetting for the kill.
Oh,
Triss walks away, but Poppy's getting run down by Kennen and Zach.
nice flash by
The
Downfall.
flash juke from Downfall. They don't even know what happened. They're trying to find out the magic trick, but they can't find the rabbit in the hat.
But this is so good for TPO and so bad for ET because they started the Herald without
They were
Smite,
so close to getting that Herald, man.
but he didn't have Smite, so
Yeah.
and now
but
this
classic.
is like a almost 30 CS lead Tristana. She didn't get the kills nor the shutdown, but she has 4 plates, and now Cannon's gonna have roughly 4 plates. Yeah. So this Cannon and this Tristana is really strong, and
Kennen and Tristan are about 1,000 gold up on their counterpart. And the lead that Jarvan had, oh, the Poppy's going big. Going big or going home. Kennen just gets a stun and walks away.
yeah,
As I was saying, the 1,000 gold lead that Sepro had over Zach basically gets completely diminished with the shutdown. There's only 400 gold between them now.
Bish is gonna face check Step Bro. He
Oh,
used
he's
his
face
combo.
checking.
Oh, he
And
ulted in the
Buckbee's
middle of the
still getting the
jump.
wave. And Trist hops out. But Rakan's here. If he wants to commit flash, he might be able to get it, but they don't.
Ah,
Drag is up in 30
wait,
seconds.
Super
They're
Trader
not
going
able to
in?
get a pick. Ken's just walking Poppy down lane, holding hands.
I don't know. I just feel like
Fallen is looking for Braum.
I don't think that. Yeah, he has too much
That's
tankness right
just
now.
damage, really. Buckbee had to reset, and Triss just
Tristan
cracks a
is
mid by herself here.
now the one thing here is the what like I wish I could have tell Step Bro like he is using his combo like when somebody's face checking him. He shouldn't be doing that. Just get your auto. Wait, this is passive on Buckbee. Zerino is gonna be
Buckbee's
caught.
looking for Braum. Big amount of damage. Braum does have flash, he uses it to escape.
Yeah, but the tier one top's probably gonna fall. But as I was saying, like this is the second time somebody faces check the J4 and he straight up used his combo.
Poppy's gonna get ganked the moment this tower dies.
J4 is on his way. Can he survive enough?
Oh, Kennen damage with the ult is just so high.
He got
Poppy
stunned.
gets a shield. Jarvan's
Ooh,
here.
nice
Kennen's
shutdown.
down. Zac does not do great damage.
Oh,
The
Dummy's like
smite goes through
he also is flash
the
for it.
flash auto. Yeah, Zac's gonna be out of there.
Ooh, Buckby getting he doesn't give
Buckby
them.
is getting absolutely hurt in the mid
Yeah.
lane.
I mean that's the nature of the matchup. Once Tristana
Yeah.
starts jumping in and she has the damage to get the E damage, get the E, maybe resets on the
They
jump.
might just look for the same play mid that they did top. Take tower and then immediately go for a kill.
Buckby he has a nice dodge there. But that's a second
This is
turret
important.
in favor
Jarvan's
of
nearby,
TPO.
but I don't think they can fight this. Tristana and Zac probably just walk bot here, try to make another play happen.
Oh, Coconut
Moon
fallen.
is checking river there, pincered by 4 people. There's a TP from Poppy.
Fall's
Chris is
gonna
gonna
get
look to
caught.
hop. Zai has no mana.
Braum misses his ult. Now they're gonna get back caught. They're gonna get caught
They're
here.
tower diving, and this is a 4v4 fight. Jarvan flashes and gets knocked away. Corki is
Buckby's
here.
doing massive damage with his ultimate. Stepbro gets a kill on Zerino, but the carries.
Okay, they get the kill into Braum.
They get a kill on Braum and a shutdown on Zaya on this.
This is still 2,000 gold favoring TPO Blue.
Yeah, Super Trader did not have TP. They managed to get back a 4v4. The carries from the side of TPO is still doing fine. We have a 2 levels lead on this Tristana against this Poppy right now. Both Tristana and Zeri are well farmed. 130 in 15 minutes, give or take.
So
Oh,
it seems to
Vishwa, he jumped
Ooh.
inside the Poppy's W. What did you
Vishwa
do?
gets outplayed by Poppy W. He was too antsy.
He didn't time correctly the cast
Yeah,
timer.
you can't CC buffer Poppy W like you can with most CC.
It was actually gonna be a good play because if he had waited, he would just survive by jumping out. But
Yeah,
massive shutdown for Corki there, getting the scaling factor. Now, Stupid Trader and Zerino could be
On
getting
is
caught.
really eager for the control word. He gets it. Poppy's here. It looks like they're making
Vishwa
a TP play.
TP'd. He's gonna get the
Vishwa
reset.
TP's onto the bot lane.
Oh, nice play by Downfall. Gets a lot of
Downfall
damage.
gets a stun over the wall. It's a good chunk, but Kennen's still looking with ult.
He
He
flashed.
ults and flashes late. It's still enough damage to take Fallen down. This is TP coming in from Buckby, but the play is already done.
Wait, Downfall gets the damage. Corki is
They
still doing a lot of damage.
greed.
Corki gets the kill.
Kennen gets chunked. Zac is here to fight. Braum is still here. Tristana is walking over.
Zeri's still
they
here
already
too.
lost 2.
Stepbro is really low. Coconut's half health. This health could be dangerous, but they do have this might advantage.
This is a 4v3 fight. Stepbro does have Gore Drinker to heal up if he needs it.
They, yeah, they need to be careful. Oh, Downfall used the W already, so Visual can actually jump in.
Downfall can't really zone without the Poppy W.
Okay, they guarantee the Herald. Now they're just gonna fall back.
They should just walk out here. Drag is up in 45 seconds. New Moon is likely to be late to the objective, but they're finally ahead in gold.
I mean, they had some really questionable moments, but overall they are able to come back. But the one thing that they did good, although they lost the first two turrets, they did secure two Drakes. So they are in a position where, you know, if they're gonna be late for the third Drake, they could just give because it's only the first for TPO.
I think they're trying to do it. Fallen is
But
over there with Poppy. Zaya's walking down mid, Zaya's walking down bot, and Quirky
yeah,
is waiting. Quirky does not have
nobody
TP.
nobody from TPO went there to secure
Yeah, Zach
river
is
control.
top right now. TPO had their chance to show up his drag first and proud with Kennen ult, and they chose not to. So it's gonna be a 50-50 fight for river control.
Vishwa face checks the Huracan. He already uses W. I'm surprised Vishwa is just letting the Rakan live there. Out of just chunk the
He's
hell
probably
out of this
cautious about
Rakan.
getting engaged on. They drop Herald mid to try to draw their numbers around. Kennen is looking for a possible blast cone
They already
play.
started.
Sepro has already started drag.
Fallen and Coconut are in the mid lane. They have three in the bottom
Yeah,
side
this is a
looking.
3v3 for the moment.
Corky has package.
They did not sweep Draken at all, so TPO knows exactly how much health it has and when they need to make their
Nice
time to
stop! Huge play by
Ooh,
New
that
Moon!
was a huge play. They canceled the jumps while Corky package comes in. Fuck me the low. They need to kill Zeri. She still has ult
Triple
going.
kill on
Good stun.
Downfall!
Downfall is just too
It's
good with Poppy.
This man is invincible. Look at what he's doing. The game was such in favor of TPO, and they just got so many bad fights one after the other. And ET New Moon did an amazing play here on this Drake, getting not only the soul point, they got the previous Herald, which they already used it for mid lane, and massive play was Quarky's package, Rakan's ult and W, and Poppy's W to stop both engage from Vishwa and Dummy's Lick. So they stopped mid-air, was not able to try to, steal it, and they dealt a lot of damage on top of it. So really well played by the side of New Moon.
New Moon is here, and they're saying you're playing by our pace of the tides.
Yeah, man, New Moon is playing pretty well. The team has been progressing well, so we'll see how far they can go in the league. But now, since they are in such an advantage, they are almost at 4K advantage. We will need to see how they're gonna play this mid to late game now. Like how they're gonna explore the advantages, how they're gonna be able to make the enemy bleed more and more. And another turret for Tristana. Tristana getting the second turret for herself. The third for TPO here.
Well, this will be up to New Moon to get the correct.
Oh, they're going in for Stupid
They're
Trader.
looking for the pick onto here. Kennen does not have flash. This is really easy. Cataclysm into Poppy stun. And
Yeah.
that will be no Kennen for this fight, meaning a lot of their team fight threat is just missing.
Oops.
Without
I froze here.
the ult from Kennen, it's really hard for TPO to threaten the whole team. The best they have is Zeri's like AoE autos, but it's just not the same oomph.
What's your secondary? Cause my spec.
I'm at 45. Tell me when press play.
All right.
I'm at 48 now.
41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So it looks like New Moon is gonna play it smart and take the easy objective with top tier 1.
Yeah, now they're
And
just
then
securing vision.
probably
on the
reset
stop
with
side.
more gold. If you look at unspent gold, Buckbee is sitting at 1800. Coconut is at 1100. and then top and jungle are 800, and then support has 600 gold to spend.
Yeah, but look at the
So,
side of TPO too. They have 1800 on Tristana, 1700, almost
oh
actually
my god.
1800 on Zac.
Everyone needs to spend. That's the
Everyone.
moral of the story.
Yeah, everybody has so much, and they fought probably the last fight without spending. So now, what I liked is both teams try to set up some sort of vision to make sure they know like when somebody's starting. The Baron because it's the next big objective. Um, Tristan is definitely trying to push, but we see she's not being able to handle the pressure on Corki anymore. She's not like being able to just ignore Corki and go straight for the turret. She's just pushing the waves. Corki is answering, so she's not putting that silent pressure. And on the other side, you have New Moon winning the 4v4s. They just won. They got a pick on the cannon and got tier 1 top. Now they're setting up more vision, getting more vision, trying to find a pick in this top side. Step bro going
Trying to get
into.
a pick on the Braum, just some damage. I think New Moon needs to get another big pick and then go from there. If they can constantly pressure Kennen and make it to where he doesn't have team fight ults, I don't see how TPO can win a fight.
Yeah, and we are 1 minute into Drake, or 50 seconds
Yeah,
into
this
Drake.
is gonna be New Moon's soul, so they're probably just gonna set up vision. Buckby is resetting at 40 seconds till. I'm imagining he's gonna grab package here. Poppy is pressuring top side with TP.
But there's good vision from the side of TPO here. Now, Stepper is going to clear, but they have a good amount of vision. They are here in the river first. To stun is here, to betray it is here.
Fawn is in his favorite brush looking for something.
But he's on the Rakan with a lot more flexibility on his movement.
Trader face checks Rakan. Does not choose to ult because they're still waiting for Corki.
Quirk is taking package.
Yeah, he grabbed package and TP'd near mid. This will be the fight that makes or breaks the game.
This is Kimtech, so Dummies League goes in, gets stopped by. Ooh, that's a good Buckby. Oh, he
Bucky
dies.
dies at the start. But they have so much damage on New Moon's side. Let's see what Coconut does. Zeri is behind him. He does not go for Zeri at all.
Yeah, I mean, both carriers are still doing damage. Oh, Lightning got caught!
Okay.
Really well played by
Good
Step
knockout
Bro.
from Stepbro. Zac goes in. Vishwa can get a reset here and go ham with it.
Vishwa
He
jumps
W's
into
in.
3, gets
Fawn is
fallen.
down.
Oh!
He gets Coconut as well, and now it's just both jungles and a dragon.
The Corki package was good, but at the same time put him in
The
such a
Corki
awkward
package got him
position.
into the fight, but it didn't really do damage. He does have Gore Drinker. He just chooses to EQ out, does not activate Gore Drinker. This is TP from
Oh,
Kennen.
Yeah,
I
this
don't think they can really do anything about this at this point. Braum is here.
Wait, they're
waiting.
TPing, they're going
Poppy
for it.
TP's a bot, so they could try to 3v3, but Sepro is half health currently.
Buckby is here, J4 is full health. Downfall is coming in. It's a 3v3. Zer's gonna come in later. Buckby. Oh, Zer.
Good stun. Another TP from
Now it's
Vishwa.
Vishwa. Zer's
Bucky
gonna
gets
come from the
CC'd
top
by the
side.
Zac. Downfall should fall here. They bit off too much.
Buckby is super low. He can
Yeah.
only look for
With-
pokes here.
With the double TP, Newman just could not stop the dragon.
Yeah, and this is a reminder that Tristana got a 700 gold shutdown on Coconut on that previous fight. So she got 1000 gold. She finished Lord Dominic's. She has 3 items. She's pretty strong. I didn't see if Corky had the stopwatch or if he bought the stopwatch after the fight with package. That's something that I don't remember
What?
seeing.
Is Corky building for third item here? You know?
I mean, looks like he's going static shiv. Third, that's questionable. If you actually would have gone static shiv, you probably would have wanted first item, because you have the energizer. I don't imagine
Oh.
he's gonna be building.
I thought
Rapid
this would be third
fire.
item Ravenous Hydra and do the
It could
old
be.
poke Corky build. But with this shard, it's probably going to be like Sack Shiv,
Yeah,
Storm
'cause
Razor, or
I
like
don't-
Rapid Fire.
I don't think Storm Razor makes much sense. I mean, it could, but rapid fire definitely doesn't make sense. The best option would have been the static shift because she skills pretty well with AP damage. But
Well,
now,
TPO's clearing vision on top side.
yeah, TPO has a good vision on the top side. They have all controlled. Tristan is on a really good spot here. She has 238 CS, really well farmed, and she is definitely the win condition for TPO's team with the Zeri. But she's the one with the more resources.
Do you think New Moon's just gonna try to farm it out until next drag comes up in 3 minutes?
I mean, it's definitely not a chance, but I think they need to find a pick, and Buckby here spots Visho. Visho has okay, so look at this. Visho has 2 levels on Buckby. He is also
He
3k
finished third item,
3k gold more, literally like one full item. Um, from Siren Immune, the Zai is super strong.
and Triss is also soaking all of the bot side jungle as she's pushing
Yeah,
in every time.
and J4
So like
also
her
is
CS
pretty
lead's just
strong.
gonna bubble. She's already 80 CS up on Buckby.
She's almost 100, yeah. Really close from that flame horizon, and now I think she can put the pressure she wants into the Corki. Until Corki gets the third, maybe the fourth item, because he's going static shiv, it's gonna be really hard for him to deal with Tristana because she can just all in, and look what she does.
Another tower gone bot.
And that's a 600 gold
They're
more.
gonna need to address Triss at some point because if Corki ends up dying in sideline, Triss should be able to just take full inhib. So Tristan will be resetting. She has about 3,000 gold. This will be fourth item by 30 minutes, I believe.
Oh, she's going
Bloodthirster.
Bloodthirster. She got a BF and Septic Empire, so she is
It'll
pretty damn
be
strong.
insurmountable for New Moon to kill Tristana
But
first.
look at New Moon. They're looking for a catch here.
They might
Snap
get
Bro goes
Zeri.
in, gets.
Sepro flashes in with Cataclysm,
He does
and
get.
she just flashes out.
Yeah, she does flash and ghost it. Wait, TP from
That's TP from Kennen.
downfall. Oh no,
The
downfall.
knockup was not at the right time. Down. Sepro is down.
Snap Bro did have GA. Comes in.
Sepro got another knockup, but
Oh,
TPO is just running him
Tristana.
down with Tristana gold lead.
Zayed does manage. Oh, Zerato gets caught.
Good knockup, but not enough damage.
Oh,
After the
Fallen,
shield.
he goes in.
Fallen is so low, and Tristana boots him to safety.
This should be Baron, but Dragon is up in a minute. They're gonna have to juggle both objectives.
I mean, I mean, they can definitely do it. It's a 50 seconds CD. Wait,
It
how
depends on how long this Baron takes. It's half.
It should
way
be fast,
gone.
but Buckby has
Buckby's
he has
here.
pocket package.
He packages in, and Zac is
Packets
down
out.
for soul.
Vishwa, he's gonna get. Oh.
He does not kill Vishwa, but the TPO does not. Oh wait. That was support that died. I take
Wait, Downfall
everything
is
as a
TPing, but they have Baron buff, so that's.
Downfall with TP. And now he's in the top quadrant with drag up in 15 seconds. They are not grouped as 4 here on the dragon side with 4 TPO gets here. And this would have been a good opportunity to
Fallen.
get Tristana.
I think Tristan at this point she just boots anyone here. She deletes anyone.
Tristana
She just
is
got
about
another
to have
BF.
ults up again. Her ult's up in 4 seconds.
Stepbro's going for double cloth.
I think you just go for drag steal and call it a day. There's no need to lose everyone.
Oh, he
They-
goes late. He does
They
not
do
have
not
flash.
get the boot onto Zac, and down, and Sepro is not getting the pit in time.
Yeah, things are looking pretty rough here. J4 just okay. So J4 and Rakan just finished Bramble Vast to get some healing cut here, but nobody else has any sort of healing cut. We see the Corki finish the static shiv, but I don't know if he should have done it because I don't think it's that poke like. I don't think that app's
I
gonna help a
think-
lot with poking because that's what he needs to do. He needs to poke everybody to death.
I think this tower's just gone.
Wait, just done a Visual
Ooh!
went so far.
Vishwa dies!
Coconut does drop
Coconut's
two.
gone, but this is a 4v4 without the most fed carry member.
Oh, but
The
Buck is gonna
Cannonball
drop.
goes big. Step Bro is here for the cleanup.
Can
This
he
will be
clean up?
1v3 if he goes for it.
He needs to catch the I'm a lightning, but he's
Zeri
not
is
gonna have
still
the
alive.
damage.
I think this is just game.
I think this game. I think Buckby got caught there, and they dropped game one. TPO had a questionable, early game, but mid to late they found good fights. They got the items on their champions, and Visual had a really outstanding performance on this Tristan overall. I'm Lightning also once he got the two items, he started to do damage, kiting pretty well, and more questionable plays here from the side of ET. But yeah, they they get caught. The Buckman was doing a lot of damage in the last fight, but he got stopped by Stupid Trader's ult, the cannon ult, and
They
that's
kind
it.
of filed in one by one. They were tag teaming, they were slapping each other in into the wrestling match instead of playing as four that last fight.
I'm gonna call out Coco because he told me to do it. So he told me if they lose, the team is disbanded. So Coco, you have to say something about this. But yeah, this is a good game from TPO Blue. They definitely deserve the victory there. I think they
It was
came
a
up.
very back and forth series, and I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that they were able to get all turret plates top and mid for that game for
Yeah,
Kennen and Tristana, and then they kind of just did a lot in a lot of the fights.
yeah, we can see here on the damage chart. We see the Corki dealing 31k, the top damage of the game, and then you have Kennen and Vishwa on the Tristana doing 20, above 25k each. Um, Coco falling back with 17, Zeri falling with 16. And look at the gold difference. Like Visual had 16.5k gold. That's a lot. He had like 4k more than Buckby on the Corki and 3.5 more than Coconut, the most, you know, resource intensive person on the side of ET. So I think both teams showed some good showing. Definitely things to improve for both sides, but that's overall pretty good game one for what we signed up for. But so what we'll do is so yeah. So first of all, hey Kat, how's it going? And we have here J Beats. Yeah, I agree with Static Shiv is in the move. If J4 had Spare of Shojin with lead, Tristan and Zeri wouldn't be able to fight. Yeah, I mean there were definitely some interesting jumps here and there, but hopefully the guys learn with their mistakes and hopefully they can you know bring it on.
Yeah, I just think Ravenous would have helped a lot. It's good attack damage, it has ability haste, helps you clear just like Static does, and also gives you lifesteal to try to mitigate, any damage you take during team fights.
Yeah, I mean I'm not a quirky player, but I guess Hydra third would definitely be an more interesting choice.
It's
Unless he goes full rabbit of death cap, right? I guess for pure damage, but
Yeah, usually fourth item will be Rabadons or Void Staff, depending on what you're facing. I
but
will
yeah,
say, like, Downfall played really well using his W and like his E, but I didn't see like a huge Poppy ult that entire game. Like, never did he disrupt the enemy team with Poppy ult, sending people back. So I'm curious what their adjustments will be for like game two. I imagine you get rid of Tristana because
yeah,
the amount of
I
pressure Tristana can do even without jungle interference is really hard to match.
yeah I will definitely do that. Tristan is definitely a champion to be careful with. Um, I would definitely keep the Lissandra ban because I think champions like those is the champions that Vishwa, plays the best. Like where he can, make plays, set up plays, play with their jungle, set up CCs, things like that, make good combos. and we saw definitely him and Dummies League were the most important champion, the most important people from side of TPO making the craziest plays and the best plays, and then we saw Super Trader coming in afterwards and getting good fights and getting good ults too. But before we go to the next game, we'll have to take a short break as we wait for the teams to decide site selection, get themselves ready in lobby. So we'll be right back. So far, TPO Blue 1, ETNM 0. Hope we get here a bounce back and we go to 3 games, but so far, it is what we have. So we'll be right back, and thanks again, everyone. Oops, wrong scene. Okay, we're back. Hey guys, so we're back. Let's bring the here the links. I'm gonna be updating the screen. TPO is on the blue side and ET Newman is on the red side this game. So I'm gonna be updating the screen here as we see the drafts ongoing. And we still see the Kaisa and the Nico bands from the side of TPO. The respect over. I'm surprised they're
Um,
not getting
I'm
the Kaisa for
surprised they banned
themselves.
Kai'Sa on blue side.
Exactly. Why they're not,
So they
abusing it.
dropped the Lysander ban this game for Tristana.
Okay.
We'll have to see. I imagine since Buckby likes control mages, most of them can play decently well into Lysander. She has pretty short range. Zaya first pick. I'm not too surprised.
I mean, although I like the Zaya,
I
I
think
don't know about the first pick.
Yeah, I feel like there's just better things to prioritize. I don't even think Zaya is like top three ADCs. I definitely don't think Jinx is top three ADCs. So we'll see a battle of B tier ADC champions.
They took the J4 out. I think, for all things considered, I think Slappy had a good game overall. I just think he would have done a little bit more in the early game with his combo usage because he was just like people would face check him, he would straight up use his combo instead of like auto attacking them.
Yeah,
And then
if someone
when they,
face checks you, it's usually better to just auto them and then wait for them to use mobility to get away from the brush, and then you can follow up with dashes and the legs.
yeah,
So we Jinx Rel. I've never seen this combo before, really. Oh,
I think it's an
I think I've seen
interesting.
Blood Moon play it, and it was okay. It's more about the team fight than it's about the lane phase.
I think it's interesting in a way. At least you try to lock the Zai down to one place. Especially because you're pulling her, so unless she flashes you, it's gonna be really hard for Zaya, even if she ults. Um, Ares, it's a really good pick overall. You can blind, and she's pretty standard mage champ at this point.
You
I'm
know,
not sure about the
I don't,
trash.
I don't really like playing Thresh with Saya. I think it's functional and it's not terrible,
Ooh,
but
Sway.
support pool has not been pinched at all. So Swain,
You
this
take
could
the
be,
silence out.
mid or support. I don't think Downfall plays Swain top.
No, I think the Swain is straight up for that for Buckby on that matchup.
They did just see Ari, so responding with mid pick would make sense. Very smart Silas ban to reduce any chances of shenanigans with Silas swinging. I would like to see them ban Kennen. It's kind of hard to counter Kennen. Like the best thing into Kennen, I would say, is like
Ooh, the Zac. Okay,
Aurelia.
it's not a bad ban, especially when you have an immobile AD carry.
You won't believe what the number one counter pick to Kennen top is right now.
I mean, Irelia is a normal counter to Cannon. I don't know if Downfall plays it.
So this has 59.45% win rate into Kennen top.
What is it, Fiora? All
It's
of
in the
I,
Fury.
oh, the Fury. I could
Yeah.
see that because the Fury's Q is actually has a really good range, and you
Aurelia's at about 56% win rate into Kennen, which is also quite dramatic.
because the thing is,
Right.
I think the Fury's Q has the same range as Cannon's Q, and two things. The second cast, if you hit it, it's gonna heal yourself as the Fury. It's gonna give bonus damage, and your Q goes through minions. So and Cannon's Q doesn't. So I could
So
see that.
this is a very honest front to back team fight with
I
Jinx
like this.
Swain as carries and then Rel Sedge as frontline. So this will open the door for more offensive counter picks from Downfall if he so chooses. And then we'll see how TPO
Ooh, the
blue picks.
Trundle. That's a good pick here. That's a good answer. Um, Pick for pick, that's a good answer, but I don't know how well it can do within the comp because unless if it doesn't snowball, things looks a bit weird. But let's see what Downfall's gonna pick.
It's really hard to match Trundle. Like he stat sticks a lot of champions, and you can escape him, but you need a dash to go over pillars. So it looks like Gwen top blind and then Trundle jungle.
Yeah, Super Trader is saying, "Come at me with your best," because she's bringing on a skill matchup there. I mean, Jax is open. I think Jax is probably one of the best
I
counters.
love. I think Jax is the easiest counter to execute into Gwen.
Now the question
Other
is,
things
does he
you
have
can
the
go.
Jax?
You can go range top into Gwen.
Oh, the classic
Yeah,
Downfall Fiora.
yeah.
Not sure if
I
it was a
think
good one here.
Fiora Fiora's the other answer. Fiora, with her dashes, gets around really easily and can avoid Gwen's sweet spot Qs. The only problem is that, like, if Fiora's a vital on bot side, right? Gwen knows to aim her ability that way. So it's a real skill matchup, and oddly enough, Fiora wants to try parry Gwen Q, but it's so fast that it's all prediction based.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather know if he have the Jax under his pool
Fiora Sejuani top is equally scary though.
because at the end of the day, Gwen does so much more on a team fight setting than a Fiora would do. So that's my concern because so far what New Moon picked was a good team fight comp with a lot of potentials and the Fiora that doesn't really match what these guys want to do. They all want to fight, they want to go in. Fiora doesn't really do that. So the question is, will she, win the silence? Will she stay on the silence? So that's my only concern here for.
So the longer the game goes, it's really hard because Fiora like one shots people with her ults, and Gwen kind of does the same with her fully stacked Q. So it's basically whoever gets their combo off first more accurately. Fiora also can just speed up Trundle 1v1, so it's going to be a constant skill matchup between top laners. And I believe both Gwen and Fiora can beat any individual person on the enemy team.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be really interesting to see how this game will turn out because I think there's a lot of opportunities here. So let's see. Okay, so we're just waiting for the in-game draft to be done and then spec delay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a very short break before we wait for the game and go for the game. So we'll be right back and we'll see you guys very very soon. back, so just give me a few minutes to fix the screen here as the teams change sides. Now on the
Welcome to Summoner's
red
Rift.
Looks
side,
like New
yep.
Moon's gonna try to do a 5-man invade. They do spot the Thresh.
30 seconds until
Fallen looks
minions
for a
spawn.
W over the wall to catch someone off guard, but no one's in the bush. TPO Blue is responding with a topside invade with a ward on Raptors. ET New Moon gets a ward onto the red buff. They're looking at a 5-man unit with Vishwa, but they're too far away.
Minions have spawned.
Alright, we're back. Yep. So they will. Um. So there's very likely they will know where
And
Step Bro's gonna
then,
start. That's a good ward by Downfall there.
yeah, Downfall gets a ward on to the blue buff. They will have a good idea of where Sephiroth will start because they have a ward on his Raptors. So after red buff, when he moves down, they should be able to spot this out. I think it's a bit strange to path away from Fiora Gwen. It's a really volatile matchup, and Sedge can do a lot of damage on Gwen early if they get the stun off.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
see
gonna
if
have to
they
see what
try
they're
for a
gonna
level
do.
2 gank after Krugs, or if this is just going to be Sephiroth wrapping around towards the bot side of the map.
Because now the question, if she goes level 2, she's gonna need to take either W and E or the immediate Q.
The
Well,
Raptor ward just expired, so they actually won't see Sedge starting up Raptor camp.
yeah, but look what Vish is gonna do. He's gonna get a
Oh, he gets a
ward to the
ward over
blue
on blue
buff.
buff, so they should have a decent idea of where Sedge is.
Great. We. Sorry. What's your second? Because my thing froze again.
I'm at 37.
Okay. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38,
There we
39.
go.
Alright.
Engage on the bot side.
Falling.
Oh, Fallen gets pulled into tower with a flay.
Flash
Zaya
from
flashes in, but
lightning.
does not get the kill.
Now
They're looking
Vishwa
for a gank
port.
on mid. They do not get the CC onto Vishwa.
They do get flash, which is plenty. Before 6, so
So
Stabro can
both
just walk back.
jungles deciding to leave top untouched, meaning the better top will win this time around.
Yeah, but both junglers might face each other here. But no,
Well,
Stomach's League
Trundle's
is
going
going
for that bot gank
straight.
because Fallen has no flash, and they get a hook on Coconut at the same time. Coconut flashes, but this is gonna be both members of New Moon
Ooh,
falling in bot side.
that's a double kill for Lightning. Really well played by Zerano, getting him the lantern. Now on top of that, Sejuani got the blue buff, and she's gonna lose the crab. She went for mid to stay there to watch for a possible engage, but good start by TPO getting a 1k gold lead advantage in the bot lane. That Zaya started with a Cole, so she is really well far ahead.
Zaya's gonna be really accelerated this game. She starts off with first blood and a second kill on top of that. Not to mention, she has magical footwear and a call.
The Alpha is in a really awkward spot. The wave is frozen. The Trundle just got double scuttle.
Yeah, so
You should getting some
Sephiroth's doing
damage.
a good trade onto Vishwa. Vishwa is
But look at Dummies League. He's looking for invade. He gets ward on Raptors again. He's gonna find himself some.
Sephiroth is in the bot side jungle trying to do something for bot lane, but it's gonna be really tricky as Zaya has Noon Quiver and Jinx just has Longsword.
Downfall is gonna die here because he's taking Grumps and he's gonna catch Fiora on a really
Yeah,
awkward
Downfall
spot.
is very overextended in the side lane, but thankfully New Moon is gonna be focusing on drag soon.
So now
Downfall
Yeah,
briefly walks back, but just comes back to fight Gwen.
he dropped the ward, and the Trundle just ignored a really possible kill
Yeah,
there.
I think Trundle's trying to walk down and just take Raptors. Get all the camps he can, but Fior's overextended and could just die in the side lane if he came here. At this point, top gank is very unlikely. Gwen has ran out of mana here, especially with Fiora having 6. They're
Dumbs lane
looking for
shows
mid.
mid.
Ice Pillar hits. Buckby has to flash over it. Ari has ult now, so she can just ult in and charm Buckby on a return gank.
I mean, even if she doesn't have damage to do much, and being full life, he'll be at least be able to escape. He's so close from turret, and now he's level 6. He should be able to survive any sort of plays. Now she's trying to do some harassment here under turret, but we do have here Dumsley going for another. Continue his jungle camps. He has like 2 camps advantage now over Step Bro that does not have any camps on the top side. He's gonna have the red buff, but that's it. Uh,
Yeah, if Sepro goes topside here just for red buff, it's gonna be really awkward for him.
we
He only has a
have
single camp in that top quadrant.
Trando is almost 6, so he should be in a really good position to fight Sejuani if he sees her at any point now, because she's gonna get
Well,
5.
Trundle hasn't bought at all. He's sitting on 1800 gold and Sedge has bought her first component. Trundle resets here, Gwen resets here. This looks to be Nasher's first item on Gwen. Trundle gets a Tiamat. First component.
Yeah, but he is probably 1 camp away from
And
6.
then Sheen. So Trundle's gonna get Divine Sunder first. Sedge is here for the top side and Herald is up in 30 seconds. They should be able to CC layer Gwen to death, but Sedge is not level 6 quite yet.
Super Trader is 7. She
Gwen,
has Ghost.
yeah, this is gonna be tricky. One more auto for the stun.
They
Comes
get the
through.
stun.
Gwen is quite low.
They
Fiora ults so late.
oh,
The
jeez,
flash Q for the Vital gets a kill.
He got the
Yeah,
parry too
Downfall
slow.
did not start his ult when Gwen got stunned, so he only procced 1 Vital for the longest time. Looking for not a whole lot right now. New Moon is starting up Herald with Sejuani. Fiora has top prio. With Demolish, we'll get at least 1 plate. Fiora is now and her wave clear is straight terrible, so Downfall should be resetting quite soon. Does not recall yet. He's gonna come in and try to finish up this Herald before Trundle can get here. This is a possible 3v3 and Downfall has no mana. They're just gonna have to hop over the wall. The Trundle Pillar to delay Fiora, but she gets over the wall.
Vicious
Vishal is
going
looking
in.
with Charm. He gets
That's
stunned
good.
by Sejuani. They still need to escape this fight. Vishal has 1 more dash
Oh,
left.
lightning!
He
He
goes
gets.
for it, and it doesn't kill, but Buckby is now in between 4 people. He ults, but I don't think it's gonna do much. He falls.
Yeah, in the bot lane, I am Lightning managed to do a 1v2, gets a kill on Coconut, but Fallen managed to get a kill back, getting the shutdown. But now I am Lightning is so far ahead on this Zaya, um,
Yeah, this is
and
a
Buckby
1,000
just
gold lead
base.
just on Zaya.
They didn't really need Buckby didn't really need to show up there because both Downfall and Stepbro managed to just get away from the Herald Pit.
Downfall asserting dominance in the top lane with that turret.
Um, it it doesn't look like the. Oh, he didn't get the Herald. He finished it, but he couldn't get the Herald. Oh, that's bad actually.
I thought they got it because Downfall and Sepro were walking towards where the Herald drops while there are
Yeah,
people there.
looks like they didn't get it because they're not showing. Yeah, that's definitely not good.
They will have to just give drag. Zaya is so far ahead that they just need to push mid and bot. They can't really contest this.
Yeah,
Zaya has Kraken compared to Jinx's Noon Quiver and Cloak of Agility.
there's almost a 1k advantage in the bot lane in the ADCs, 600 on Ari into the Swain, 500 on Trundle, and there's a 200 gold on Downfall advantage. Now Stepgro is here looking for maybe a play here on Stupid Trader. She is low.
It's gonna be really hard because Gwen's really good at thinning out waves. If Gwen recalls, it's gonna be really unfortunate. Fiora doesn't really have the ability to stop backs, so he'll probably just play for a plate with Demolish.
Now Coconut's getting a little bit zoned here. Vishwa is
They have
getting
Vishwal on the backside. Buck is just gonna push mid to try to deter the play. Fiora does get another plate topside.
yeah, she's at least your win con here so far. If she gets ahead, she's probably gonna be able to do a lot in the
This is
side lanes.
this is a different Fiora page than I've seen before. He went Mana Flow and Scorch to try to get early advantage onto Gwen.
Get a damage onto Vishwa, but yeah, I mean
Depro is
Buckby.
here, but they need to wait for Buckby's CD. She face checks. He whiffs the ults.
They do get the flash. I mean, ult for flash, not bad. It's a
Yeah,
good CD. My only concern
it's
is
just
the Trundle
you
has.
can't.
Yeah, go ahead.
You just can't layer Sejuani CC like that. You can E-stun into ult, you can't Q into ults.
Yeah, but honestly, at that point, they don't really have the damage because Swain.
Oh, Buckby
Ooh,
early flashes. Ari still has charm.
oh, he
Thrush
played.
lands the death sentence. Ari misses a charm and he almost gets away. They go for all in onto the Zaya 2v1. The W hits a minion. The
Oh,
ult
he gets on the
lands.
ult. Really well
That
played
is
by Fallen there.
huge.
He flashed W and
Zaya is,
ulted.
yeah, Zaya is still up by 1200, but that is going to mitigate some of the bleeding. Downfall is going to be stuck in a 1v2 top, it looks like. The pillar goes through. Downfall has flash, but he doesn't want to use it. He
Now
finally
uses.
does towards
Ooh,
top.
that's really well played by Downfall there.
Yeah, he avoids the death.
But he's on a awkward spot because, well, now Gwen's kind of
Gwen
helping
just.
him.
Yeah, Gwen did not want to freeze against a low health opponent, and now Downfall gets a farm.
Yeah, he gets a free lane again. And he has a Divine Sunder on top of it. Because
Yeah,
Stupid
once you
Trader,
get Divine Sunder on Fiora, you can just queue in for poke. You don't even need the vital, and you just start healing up off of your opponent.
then the Stupid Trader already used goals and she already ulted, so
Yeah,
it's
this is
free.
gonna be interesting. Gwen went Merc Treads, so Fiora's not going to have to worry about Ninja Tabbies in the 1v1.
Oh,
Sepro goes
Sepro,
for it.
he
They're
goes for
looking for
lightning.
Zaya, but Zaya just walks out. TP coming in from Gwen. They're gonna have to regroup on New Moon's
Oh,
side, but Fallen might die
Fallen.
before that happens.
That's a good ulti to Vishwa. And
Gwen
they
has no
manage.
ult to chase them down, so Fallen is able to just walk away. Ari does have ult. She goes for Fallen here. Ari is 1v3 possibly.
She
Ari
doesn't
dies
get.
without getting Fallen.
Oh, and that's a Q onto the
That's another
Jinx.
shutdown for Jinx. And Fiora stayed top and just got first tower as well. The gold lead is almost equalized. There's 700 difference between TPO and New Moon.
And they're bringing the Jinx back to the game. Jinx was so trash this game, and she's back. And Fiora, she has
Jinx
a
is 800 gold
1.1k.
down now. Is like Frankenstein's Brian. Right. She's alive.
And the Fiora has 1.1k gold lead
Okay,
there.
Swain is in a scuffle with Trundle. This is an auto battle.
Wait,
Trundle
Dummy's
does
League.
have flash. He
Oh, he
just
had to
trades one for one,
flash.
and Dragon is up in 20 seconds, ladies and gents. What was that?
I think he thought he was gonna be able to get the kill on the auto attack, but Buckby healed at the last second, and then he had to flash to guarantee the Q, the auto Q, or whatever how that animation works.
Under
But
no circumstances did he have to flash. Buckby had no TP. He would have been missing from this fight with no ult. But instead, Dummy Slick decides why not make sure New Moon gets a dragon.
yeah, this is important, Drake. It's just gonna be Hex Stack Soul, so it's one of the
More
most.
attack speed on Jinx and Fiora is really good.
Yeah, it's stack speed, true damage, extra damage on whatever damage it does.
It's attack speed and then ability haste, so it's really good
Yeah,
for tanks and it's really good for auto
and
attackers.
looks like Stepbro and
They're gonna
Buckby
trade for Herald on top side.
are
They
looking to
could just make
contest.
a play.
They're going for it.
They're going for the top side play.
Oh,
Buckby gets
Buckby
a Herald.
steals. Dummy's
Stepbro's
League.
about to die to Trundle. This is a 2v2 with top and mid. And
Oh, Downfall gets
Gwen
charmed.
hops the wall.
Ari ults away, but they do secure the
Ari's
Herald this
about.
time.
She's looking.
She's a
She
2v.
has 2 dashes. She can hop wall. Her ult time's out right before she can hop the wall. Vishwa should die if Buckby can land the last
Oh,
pull.
can he land? Oh, he gets the
Downfall
kill.
Gets the kill.
He does die for it.
But Buckby can shove in a pretty big wave and deny more stuff from Ari.
Yeah, I mean, and again, the Swain is not even spiked yet. Swain doesn't even have Leandries,
Swain
doesn't have
does not have his
Rylai's.
first item yet, and he's been doing a lot.
So once he gets online, he's gonna do way more than what he's doing now. So
Swain does have the gold for Leandris here. He should just reset. He does not have a mid tower to defend for, and there's no objective to get mid cryo for.
now we're on a. I mean, TPO still has a 1k gold lead. Zai is still pretty well farmed. So is the Ari. They have a pretty good advantage, still 800 gold. But looks like ET is trying to do some placing the bot side, while Trundle just goes on the top side to steal more camps and keeps that
So,
20 to 30 CS advantage.
what do you think Gwen does for second item? She did do stopwatch as part of her rune page. Do you think she goes Zoni second?
I mean, it's not bad, but I don't know if it's good into Fiora. I mean, obviously it's good to buy time, and that's a good hook, but doesn't lead into anything.
Next objective is Baron in a minute.
I mean, she's definitely not buying for. I don't think she's buying for side lane stuff, at least not yet. Um, because I don't know. It doesn't feel like she can do. If she just again like an extended fight with Fiora, I think she just loses.
They're
And
looking for the play. That's a flash onto the support. Sagil misses due to the flash. That's a double TP bot. Fallen gets hooked in.
that's a good ult by Fallen at the end of the day.
Buckby is here.
It
They should just front to back this and kill everyone.
Buckby
Buckby
gets-
flashes
flashes
in,
in.
does not kill the Ari. Zaya is low, Zaya is down. Gwen is one hit. The stopwatch comes
Oh,
out.
downfall.
Ari is also one hit. That is 4 down on TPO's side
and they will
and
get
2
the top one
kills
bot.
for TPO. With this Herald, this should be 2 towers bot. This is 3v1 on this bot quadrant.
I mean, Dummy's League is level 11. He can.
Oh, the
do
Herald
a lot
does
of
get
damage.
smited out. They still could
Oh,
try for the
Doubtful
tower,
got
but it's
2
not looking
third
great.
shots.
Yeah, the minion block is really taxing. So Baron's up in 30. Hextech is up in
Oh,
130.
they're on a ward.
Trundle's gonna look for a cancel back.
Oh, Doubtful dies here.
I think Downfall has the escape. It's very hard for Trundle to run Fiora down.
Oh, and
He
Trundle
can just queue
ulted
over this
Doubtful.
wall.
They're gonna turn. They're gonna
walk
turn.
towards. Well, Downfall is
Oh,
absolutely buying
that's.
too much time with these dashes. He's
Oh
going back in
no!
for
He
no
goes back
reason.
in!
It gives Trundle a shutdown.
They do take Zed Rider with them though. But
Downfall was
Snap Bro
playing too
dies.
much with his happy feet.
Yeah, he got a little cocky there. They played the bait for the fall to come back with all the CC that Rel brings with him. He played almost perfectly. If he survived, it would have been a perfect play there. But that's a good way to come back to the game now. I mean, it's still 600 gold advantage into TPO, but you have gold on Jinx, you have gold on Fiora, you have gold on Swain. Swain has the Leandries. He's gonna be way more impactful
I'm
now.
so pumped to see the Swain Leandries fight.
The
I
my only concern there
love
was,
Swain with Leandries, man. It is so silly.
yeah, but the only concern that I
TPO
have,
Blue is here first. Coconut shows on top side. He has to walk all the way down. He's not going to be there for 20 or so seconds. So I think they just lost their chance at Dragon by trying to match top wave.
yeah, I mean, like Coconut died, like he was one of the first to die for some reason on that dive.
They could have
Now he
fought
went
that
top.
5v4 because Vishwa had no TP, but they just didn't get there first.
Yeah, definitely some questionable decisions there, like for rotation, the Jinx going match the Ari, especially because she was alone. Instead of coming mid to get prio mid. Now we see TPO trying to get some vision on the top side, make sure that they set up for possible Barons,
So it
make sure
looks
they
like
don't know they know
Gwen
if it's been
is
stolen.
going for Herald. What's that called? Riftmaker. Second. Pretty standard. We'll see if Gwen does Zonia's third. I think Gwen's best third item is Rabadon's for the on-hit damage, but we'll see.
Ooh,
Fallen
Zeranos.
tries to catch up Z Rhino, but misses the W. And
Ooh,
Buckby also
Buckby.
misses the E.
Now he
Buckby
gets
gets hooked,
hooked.
but I don't think he's in too much danger. Zai
Lightning
is
gets a lot of
chunked.
damage.
So this is 1-4 from New Moon. Buck is walking to cover bot.
Now my only concern here is the fact that Doubtful is not matching the Gwen
Yeah,
when he should have been able to put a lot of pressure
Fiora is the only person who can match Gwen.
instead of putting Doubtful. But we see here now he's Doubtful getting caught under turret. He is going to
Oh,
fall.
fallen,
He's going to fall.
fallen, fallen has
Oh,
fallen. The
Coconut!
clutch ults while getting
But
pulled in from Coconut.
but
He
he gets
dies to the
killed by
hook.
the trash.
The Thresh is there to harvest some souls.
I mean,
Downfall and Sepro are in the topside jungle. They don't have much to fight for right now.
oh, Zerana
They're
getting
looking.
caught.
The Q flash fail from Stepbro. Just to get a pick on a support, it's just not worth it.
And Doubtful continues to stay on this top side versus the
The
Ari, which is
Downfall
not the
really wants to
best.
kill Vishwa.
He definitely can, but
The only way he kills Vishwa is if he parries the E
oh,
and it
Buckbeak
hits
is in an
parry.
awkward spot here.
Lookman's
Does
just
not
gonna get
have
run
flash.
down. He
And now,
doesn't want to ult to buy time, despite Rel coming directly towards him.
Dumbest League flashes for that, and now they're going
This
for
could be a
Baron
threatened
play.
Baron with Buckby being down.
Gwen's TPs. Because my issue
Z
with
Rhino is low and Vishwa is about 50%. This isn't the worst fight to try to counter fight. They just have to wait though. Buckby's up in 20 seconds with TP.
Doubtful is face tracking everybody.
Downfall is going way too far up right here. Coco has the mid prio. You just force TPO to show and then go from there.
I mean, TPO forced they used a TP there that's a little questionable. Wait,
Fun's
Stupid Trader
getting
goes
chunked. Downfall's in an odd spot. He's kind of
in.
between and
Oh!
behind.
Sejuani's ult goes into Trundle with
This
the
is
Gwen
looking
rune.
good for New Moon. Buck goes in with Swain ult.
Oh, Zaya's Feather Pole does so much damage. Zerino
That
will
is a
drop.
one fight. Unless anything crazy happens, Downfall doesn't die in the back end. There are a lot of low members on New Moon. They don't have to defend anything other than mid tier 2. Fawn is looking for it, but he's so low he just dies to damage from Ari.
Now
Buckby
Buckby,
is too far forward and almost dying as well. They really want to force more, but how are they going to do this with no Sedge Flash? No Sedge ult.
they're still looking
The
to chase.
Dragon is up in a minute, and a lot of TPO blues going soon.
But again, both teams are doing really questionable things that they shouldn't be really doing. Um,
They had such a big fight with Leandri's Rylai Swain. You just reset and you do the same play again. You run at them with the bird and go caw caw.
I mean, he did have flash in that, so if he didn't
Yeah,
flash, it wouldn't be a great. But the thing is, the Sejuani ult went through Gwen immune and caught Dummy's like off guard on that trundle, so it was like kind of goofy and kind of set up in a awkward way for TPO there. But now everybody's here. Fiora is on the top side pushing. This is the third Drake for both teams.
oh,
Buckby gets
Rush Hook hits
caught.
Buckby and gets a bit of a chunk.
He-
Downfall is on top side with TP, and Gwen is already here, ready to fight.
Oh, Visual it
Oh,
misses
Buckby
the
is getting
ult.
run down by Ari. This is not good. They have to save General Swain. He's so low. He
Oh, he
lives
does
with
survive.
60 some HP.
Fiora's tipping
Downfall's
in.
TPing in. Dragon's at 800. They get the dragon, but they should lose their lives. They can't get out. Zaya has no
No
flash.
flash. This could be a Baron play
Gwen
here.
dash is over. I think you go straight Baron. Jungle is down. Mid is down. EDC is down. Who's to stop New Moon?
But yeah, Vishat had a really misplay there because he ulted forward, missed the charm before, and allowed Buckley to just walk away all over to his team. Although, he kind of zoned the whole team, like, focus on him. That,
Yeah,
TPO is in
the
so point, and this
different
is really
visual
important.
got him killed, but it got his team, the dragon. And we will see whether or not that's fruitful enough for this game.
I think the biggest question here is, if you're TPO
I'm
now,
surprised Buckby wasn't just grouped as 5. I'm not sure why he was off to the side like that. Swain is best just with his team.
yeah, I don't know. He got like a 3-man eyeball, but the Will Swain's W is not really that
They,
impactful.
they need to get out of here.
They go in. A lightning
They,
desire
wait, they
drops.
get the kill onto the Zaya. This is 5v4, but New Moon has not bought yet.
Oh, coconut.
Coconut cleanses the charm. Vishwa is very low. Downfall is in auto range. The Blast Cone separates them.
Step bro gets
Step bro
ulted by
down.
Slick. Does go
They
down.
need to get the kill onto Trundle if they want to get out alive.
Now that that
Mid is almost gone. I think New Moon needs a dip before this goes sour.
yeah, the
Fallen should die. Just let him go. Not everything is meant to
he does
be
buy
forever.
a lot of time. But yeah, I mean the Toronto is super strong. Like they just stayed in a really awkward place.
Uh, I can't believe they stayed after getting the mid tower.
Yeah, now they're running. Gwen is running at this Jinx,
Yeah,
but
the swing W buys just enough time for them to walk to tower.
and the thing is they were facing the Trundle one by one. Trundle ulted Sejuani, destroyed her. He was going to go for Fiora. I don't know why he took the Trash's Lantern. He could have easily killed her and then go like 1v1 at the next person. Now they
So
trade
the
tier
mid
2
tower
mids.
gone. Sedge is looking. Sedge is not happy. Sedge ults
Oh!
Vishwa, gets a slow. Ray has to ult out. I don't think they can run them down here unless there's more Swain slows.
Stepro goes in without caring
That is such a
whatsoever.
greedy recall by Vishwa.
But yeah, I mean the side lanes are pushed for TPO. We see Vishwa disconnecting. Let's see if there's gonna be a replay. No, he's already back.
It was very brief.
But the biggest issue here on the side of New Moon is they went straight mid, they got tier 3 mid, they continued to fight, they forgot about the side lanes. We see they almost lost tier 2
Yeah,
top.
this is the first time Fiora and Gwen will be matched for like the last 15 minutes. They really let
I mean, is
Gwen
the first time
go
Doubtful
free.
has actually not even he hasn't left the top lane at all. He never went to bot side. He never went to bot side. Gwen took like almost 50, 80 CS farming the bot side
You
for
know,
free.
with Gwen having no ghost, Fiora should be able to just walk the side lane on Gwen and kill her.
I think she just ignores her and catch that tier 2 and then try to run her down.
Oh, Gwen's gonna walk up top. Fiora's going for it. Gwen face checks. Downfall should just be able to run him down,
Okay, he
but he
gets
doesn't
the
commit the
ult.
ult.
We
Gwen
have
has to ult though.
1 minute
This will
on
be
Drake.
drag up in a minute. Gwen has to reset.
And
This is
remembering,
make or break. New Moon has not been able to stop TPO's last like 3 dragons. Vishwal has to burn ult before the fight even happens. This will be really crucial for this play.
I think our result actual cooldown should be pretty low right now. Especially with a Cosmic Drive. Downfall just ignoring Stupid Trader, going for it.
Ariel is up in 30.
Oh,
Trader
solo
is
kill.
down. Fiora can just keep pushing and take top inhib, and then walk to mid inhib too. There's no way TPO can pressure this drag. Fiora still has Demolish on the second tower.
Dumbslick
Zaya is here
has
with
flash.
Thresh, and Ari reset too. They basically just left Trundle to try to get this drag, but Buckby and Fallen have found him.
I mean, sure,
They're
but
trying to hexgate back in.
he has
They
flash.
need to continue zoning Trundle. Alright. You'll see what happens at this point. This is a very exciting game. Soul point for both sides. Fiora is a menace. And who knows what will happen.
Yeah, and we have Baron coming up in the minute 20. We hit 4 men bot side trying to get a tier 2 in the bot side. Fiora's waiting
Vishwa's
patiently.
looking for a greedy pick. There's 3 people here. The ult from Sedge.
They
Okay,
get Gwen's
Ari
TP.
has to ult, and they get a TP.
Fiora can definitely get that tier 3, but the Trundle's coming.
Oh, Fiora is going to be a 1v2.
Will she try? Okay, she's falling back.
She
but
has to
face-
fight this. She can't walk away
She goes in, gets some
too
damage.
easily. That's
Got
a
the
good
flash
flash,
in.
and he has Q over the wall. He just avoided a 4-man play,
Fish-
it seems like. And he Qs over the wall to avoid the Ari charm.
And Ari
Downfall is
flashed for
out.
that.
And they should get a bot tower for New Moon.
Well, Gwen
They-
ults the wave, so she...
Yeah, Gwen ults a wave. So that'll buy one more wave for his team to come in. Baron is up in 25.
But that's not a 30-second cooldown.
TPO is looking for a play on bot.
They're looking for blood.
Swain is too far behind. He flashes nothing.
Oh, step bro. He just
Trundle's
used...
looking.
He just used
Alright, nothing happens, but Dragon is up soon.
Oh,
Fiora's
Fiora's
keeping
TP.
to top here. She can just force both inhibs down solo.
3 men. Oh, Fallen stop 2 backs.
That's huge. Downfall should be able to get 1 inhib here. He has Hullbreaker. That's a 1 down. That's the second TP.
Oh, Swain's
They
TP.
can't
They're
really
going
go
for
for
the
the
end.
end here. This is 2v3. They're going for the 2v3 fight.
There's
Fiora
a lot of
is
damage from
almost
Swain.
down. They kill Gwen. This is Swain versus 3 people now. This is not great.
They inked it a little
I
bit.
think they overcommitted to that play. They should have just started Baron when Fiora TP'd in.
I mean, they
They're
definitely...
starting it now, but we'll see whether or not TPO can figure it out and get there in time.
I mean, it doesn't look like they're... I mean, they definitely can, but it's going to be a 2v3.
This is Hex Tech map.
But
They're already
the
in
Baron's
the
going to be
quadrant.
over.
It's about 2k. Jinx does
Oh,
not have it.
He's just going to flash away.
Jinx has to flash.
He
Yeah,
gives
if they were
no
just a
luck.
bit faster on that play.
Wait, dumbest lick. Oh, he didn't
Oh,
catch
he doesn't stop a
anybody.
single back.
If he
but-
catches Coconut there, that probably could have been a huge deal for
Yeah.
TPO.
Blue Moon should have started it with a buck as Fiora started TPing, and they would have had a few more seconds of DPS, but because of that, Coconut has to flash to make sure he doesn't die after getting the Baron. This is the
Yeah.
second Baron over to New Moon.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll
there's a
see what they
lot,
can do with it.
a lot
They do
happened.
have top wave pressure. I think Fiora with Hullbreaker and Inhib wave top would be absolutely threatening.
I mean, she's threatening end because she's going top where the inhibitor is down. Again, never going bot side, no turrets, doesn't care. Just focus on the end. Um, Buckby has 3 items, Rylai's, Zonius. We have Drake in a mid and 37. And this is so for both teams, so we see like TPO getting the vision, trying to control the
This
terrain.
is so
Oh, Zerino
look
went
on
for
the
a hook,
Thresh,
but this is
but this is
a 4v3.
4v2.
Ours
TP's
TP,
coming in. That's
lot
a
of damage.
decent chunk. Vishwa has no TP now.
Yeah, they burn TP, and now Fiora is a
And
2v2,
Downfall's
is 1v2ing
1v2ing.
with
They're looking for
Zaya
the
there.
pick. Oh, Thresh should be caught from the slow on Sedge. Fallen
Nice
flashes
engage.
for it. That's Thresh down. They're
Visha
gonna
ults
look
away.
for more.
That's a good ult by
That's a
Fallen.
Ari ult.
Oh, Dumbest League
Trundle's-
ulted the Rel. That
This
led
is
Step
huge.
to be
Gwen
huge.
is getting towered over by Fiora right now, guys.
Fiora's going for the end. She wins on the she just destroys Gwen.
Fiora
She
just
goes
ends
for
the
the end.
game while everyone else
Just
distracts.
fighting, yeah. What a game. What a
The
crazy
blind Gwen
game.
did not pay off that game. I will tell you that right now.
I mean, I don't know why she went for the Mercury strat. I mean, I guess sure they you know, ETNM has a lot of CC, but again, you're just you're I think like you're setting yourself to like play the fights, but you're not really playing the fights, right? You're not really engaging with the fights because you're almost never there because somebody has to answer the Fiora. So might as well just go for the um, actual what's called the actual steel caps, right? So sorry, give me a second. I'm gonna bring the stats here. So a lot here happened, like really good. You know, there's mistakes from both teams, very back and forth, but good for Downfall. He had a really good game so far. Coconut had a really rough start, but he picked it up, and we see on the gold lead here, you know, 16k gold on the Downfall, almost 4k gold more on Stupid Trader. It felt like the Trundle was really strong, but at the same time, you know, every time he missed his targets, like the Sejuani, he would have been, you know, kind of useless because in the last fight we saw he ulted Fallen, Fallen just escaped, and then Sejuani could just like front line for them, for New Moon. And damage wise, we can see Fiora 27k damage, a lot of damage on Ari, Zaya, Jinx as well. So well played there for these guys. Um, so what we'll do is we'll go on a very short break, just to see like if the guys are ready for game 3. These guys are being a little fast when it comes to setting up the game. So we'll be right back, and it's a banger of a series, not gonna lie. So we're back here, just waiting for some finalizations here for the lobby for this pack three for game three. So the series is tied 1-1, and we just got confirmation TPO is gonna choose the red side. So just gonna be changing a couple things here on the screen, but we'll bring the draft very soon. So X, what do you think we should be seeing on this game three? Um,
What to
any
see on game three? Um, it's a tricky answer because I don't think a lot of the things New Moon played were like pick or ban. They kind of picked stuff they were comfortable with. So like Fiora's strong, but you can't really blind Fiora. So Wani is strong and blindable, and their Trundle counter didn't really work. So if they're worried about Sedge, they could ban it, but I don't think you're actually going to pinch Slappy's pool by getting rid of Sedge. Um, not exactly sure what the pull from TPO Blue will be to change. I think if they were gonna path towards bot like they did with Trundle, you should have a more threatening setup than Trundle Thresh. That's kind of my biggest takeaway.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things that I also have been thinking for this series is they've showed the Zac, they've showed the Trundle, and Stabro has played a few games on Trundle, which were very good. So he could definitely, and it was blind. By all means, he did blind it, and he still did pretty good. So there's also that. I would also like keep thinking about it, although I don't think he's going to be his first choice. Um, But yeah, I think in terms of bans, I definitely will see. I think we're gonna see the Tristana. We're gonna see the Lissandra. Probably. I'm thinking that they might also drop the. They're gonna drop the Nico, maybe the J4. I think Sejuani. I don't think the Sejuani is gonna be a ban because the Trundle would work pretty okay.
Yeah, I kind of. Well, I'd like to see something
Oh,
like Lysandra Vi from TPO, but I don't think they're gonna do something like that. Like if they're gonna pick Lysandra, I don't think it's gonna be with as easy of a setup champion as Vi. So we're starting game three drafts.
yep. So
Fans
we
are
have.
looking very similar. TPO showing that they don't want first pick Kaisa to ever happen. Another Nico ban.
Yeah, another target
I
on bot
could
B.
say that TPO, I mean, ET does have the potential to play Ziggs. I don't think we've seen it today, and I don't know if he'll be targeted.
We see the Mao guy now.
So I'm curious to see what they prioritize for first pick. I would hope it's either a power pick or something contested. TPO has been leaning heavily on Zaya, so
Ooh,
maybe they try to
Rel,
first pick Zaya. They go with the
Rel
first pick
first pick.
Rel, even though it's not contested to my knowledge. I don't think their support plays it.
I kind of like it because I do think Rel is a
Rel is just a
really,
really good power pick in
yeah,
general.
it's just a good champion right now. Now the one interesting thing is they dropped both Zeri and Tristana from a game one, and TPO going
Yeah,
for that Zaya again. Which, to be fair, I am Lighting played really well on the very first 15 minutes, 20 minutes of game. Then she got caught a couple times, but overall, very good. I would say like I'm quite you know, impressed of how he played Azaya.
I just I'm not a huge believer in the Zaya because the Thresh pairing is just really peculiar to me when support pool was not hinged. I think Zaya Janna is a good combo, but it's pure scaling and you can't play for it at all.
Yeah,
So CPO can't play around bot. They have to path towards top. They do have top counter pick, so I would assume that's where they use their R5.
Okay, so okay, so they go with the Jinx pairing again. But this time they have a Janna, so they're much more. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna play the Janna into Rel, you need to be really, you really to be good
I
into identifying the moments on how to drop the tornado for the engage.
Janna
Because
is a very big counter into Rel. It's very hard for Rel to do anything, and with New Moon opting for Trundle, possibly jungle, their engage options are going to be very, very sparse because Janna can single-handedly shut down Rel's engage.
yeah, I mean, it looks more like
This
a
team
pick.
needs a very big engage from top. Without strong engage from top, I don't think New Moon's roster will be great. I'm gonna wait for my thoughts until bans are done. I don't want to help TPO.
I mean, it's definitely looking. How should I put this?
Okay, so
Looking
TPO said they
interesting.
banned Jax.
Oh, okay. All right, so they dropped the Jax ban instead. The Lysandra. I mean TPO's comp
And
is looking
Fjorgen.
is looking
Alright, so this is where I'm gonna say it. I
weird.
think the best top pick you can go right here, right now, may or may not be Malphite. Most top laners are AD, and they've already picked AD jungle and AD C, and they need a big engage from New Moon.
Yeah, the comp like Beat say on the chat, like the comp looks really weird. Actually, it looks weird for both teams to be honest. He's suggesting them to take Malphite, but I don't know. It feels like they just wanna counter engage. They don't like with the Janna with the Zaya. It doesn't feel like they want to go in
Asante.
whatsoever.
I'm
So
very confused by this Asante pick. Downfall also plays Gwen, so if they aren't going to pick a tank to just win fights with for Moon, I imagine Downfall is just going to pick Gwen. It's going to be really hard for Cassante to play when Trundle ults in, and then possibly Gwen's shredding him for percent health true damage. So this will be Ori. Ori Rel is very strong. I don't know how Rel's going to get into the team enough to get a good engage off.
yeah, I mean I think Oriana is definitely like an interesting like a good champion overall for mid, but I'm not sure if I would have picked. Okay, so they do show the Gwen as a
I
counter.
Yeah, so Gwen.
Now they're
This is
going
gonna
with
be completely
Asol.
on Fallen's back for engage.
Um,
Asol? I don't know if this is a great Asol game because they have one front line.
I don't think this is great at all because you have a
And
Trundle.
also, New Moon kind of has a one bruiser and one tank. Like, it's gonna be a lot of upfront damage.
Because the thing is, the Trundle, like, as long as Trundle is in range with his pillar, Azor should never be trying to fly. The moment he does, you just use his little thing to stop it, and then you just catch on him. But I don't know. It feels really awkward because it feels like all TPO wants to do is kite back, not engage, but at the same time they don't seem to have like a good team fight chance unless they can get
Yeah, TPO is
disengage.
like it's a weird mix. Like they have Zaya who's good at kiting back, Jonas who's good at supporting that, but like Belveth kind of wants to go in. Visante does have good peel, and Aesol kind of is just there doing damage. So this will be completely up to how Cassante and Jonna do with their peeling for Zaya Aesol, and if they're behind or if they're not performing well, I don't imagine Cassante will do great because Gwen really shafts him in 1v1. And the question is, what does Belveth do here? She's an AFK farmer, and her best gank opportunity is like top. So Trundle should just be able to gank any lane, probably win the 2v2, and then Belveth's just gonna hope that her team doesn't fall apart.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Like, it's really hard for Belval to do anything proactive in this game. The only thing she can do at best is try to catch up with potentials, uh, ganks that Trundle can do. Trundle can go mid, Trundle can go bot, and she can try to answer. Mainly not to win the 2v2 or the 3v3 bot, mainly
Just
just
a
to
turret.
survive. Yeah, make sure that they survive because
Dude, thank you, Titan Esports, for the
oh,
rate of
Titans,
34.
let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I was just catching
We are
up
getting
on
into
that
game
series.
3 of New Moon versus TPO.
Indeed, huge series here, the best series of tonight. Really, spicy things up. Um, so yeah, we are about to go to game three. Just waiting on in-game
In-game
drafting,
draft,
all that
and
kind of
then the
stuff.
spec delay.
Oh, and by the way, since you guys came from Titans, check out what I have here. ET's merch here, Blood Moon, Be Better shirt, the first design. So, gotta show up a little bit of love for ET, right? So tomorrow and on in the next couple days, I'm gonna bring more because more are coming for me to show off. So if you guys are interested in the merch, obviously feel free to check out. We have a couple on ET store and on the stream store too. If you want to retrieve from the Twitch store, feel free to check it out. There's some good stuff. We definitely are planning more stuff for you. So stay tuned because it's about to go down. Let's see. So it's weird, man. Like this game is so weird to think what's gonna happen. Like these two comps is a bit.
I can't really visualize the fights because I don't think either side has great comp cohesion. Um, I mean, I can tell you straight up, Gwen will win side lane against anyone, but the actual like 5-5 fight attempt is gonna be really tricky. One of the things that Gwen has really going for her is that like this is a 3 carry comp, but only Belveth is melee, so I'm pretty sure Gwen will go untouched in the team fights and then just take over.
Yeah, for sure. And the one thing that I have my eyes on is I got my eyes on this Rel, I got my eyes on this Oriana, I got my eyes on this ASO, and also on this Zaya. I think these four champions are gonna be really important for this series, um, for respective teams. One for TPO, two for TPO, two for ET New Moon. Because if you can get that perfect Rel Flash W ult, you know, on top of an Oriana Shockwave, damn, that's gonna look so good. So I can't wait to see something like that happen. But again, execution is gonna be critical, and we know as an E4 cap league, execution sometimes is questionable.
Yeah,
So
dude, it's not gonna be like sprints Rel, that's for sure. Sprint is so strong when he plays Rel for Blood Moon.
oh yeah, that I remember. I remember those that combo. Ralph the Oriana Shockwave on 3 man, 4 man. Ooh, and
Yeah,
if we think about that comp that they did is almost close to here because they also had a Gwen. I don't know if you remember that.
they when they did that comp, I think it was almost exactly the same we have here. The only difference is I think Trundle's Wukong in that particular game.
Yeah, the Wukong, and I don't remember if it was a Jinx, but it was something like that, like
It
Jinx or
was Jinx
it was Jinx.
because
Okay.
they hit a 4 man Jinx ult after the Ori ult came through, the Rel ult came through. It was absolutely nuts. So
That
we have
is.
about a minute and a half until the game starts off.
Yeah, and I can't wait. So we will go in a very short break just so we can actually wait for the loading screen. and you guys will also be able to see our schedule as we go because we got on our BRB scene we got the schedule. So if you want to catch up, remember you guys tomorrow we have the Masters Leagues going up. So if you guys want to catch up, we're gonna be streaming Blood Moon if I'm not mistaken. Podcast on AGL on Wednesday, ZZG Gold Thursday. Actually, yes. Actually, I don't know. I think
You're doing all the talking. You could just let the
I don't know.
schedule talk.
Anyway, yeah. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. And we are back, guys.
I am so pumped. This
And
is the game three of all game threes. The question is, who wins harder, like in Gwen or Aesol? They're really looking to cheese Vishwa here. He
ooh,
flashes for the pillar and makes Vishwa have no flash at the start of the game. What a cheese play. Sephiroth is bringing the troll out of troll picks only.
uh, that is interesting. I mean,
think
so here's the
he's
thing.
gonna have to absolutely gap Aesol after that mid play.
He needs to punish. He needs before 6 or even before 3. I think he definitely needs to punish. Now I wonder is can he get level 3 quite fast because
Well,
he doesn't have Q, he doesn't have W, he doesn't have Pillar.
yeah, I think honestly
But that's
because
interesting.
Aesol needs to take like W level 2 just to make sure he doesn't die to the gank.
He dies. Trust me. If Trundle is close to him, that his pillar is in range. The moment that he casts W, you just pillar on top of him, and you get the cancel. So it's gonna be, yeah. I mean, since he already did all the trouble to flash and pillar the ASOL, we definitely need to see like what's gonna be his focus on the mid lane, because he needs to punish this. Kobita. I'm trying to emotionally process that we lost to level 1 Flash Pillar. Did you? I didn't remember that.
Gwen is
Uh,
going to get ganked by Bel'Veth right off the bat here. Her wave is pushing and she's still level 2. This will be a health chunk for sure.
yeah, that's a huge
Downfall is
chunk.
so low, he's gonna have to probably TP back.
I mean,
He
we
does
are.
have 2 potions ticking, but he's gonna be so low in this wave. Is in a
Yeah.
bad spot.
As long as
Well,
Stupid Trader doesn't do what he did last time and start shoving the wave,
the thing
Dumbest can
is,
just
if you
come
look at
back.
the wave top, Downfall has a caddy, and then Super Trader doesn't, so the wave is frozen top right here.
No, yeah.
And Belveth is taking the top side jungle, while Sepro is taking bot side jungle. So this is going to be a split map.
Oh, Kobita, he said no, his brain was turned on against this. Oh god. But yeah, it looks like both jungles are trading the blue side of each one of them. Trundle's coming bot side here. Fallen is going in, misses the Q. Now Fallen, okay, not Fallen, sorry. Doubtful is going in, try to reset.
I
Wha-
can't believe that they have jungle topside on TPO and they aren't stopping Downfall from crashing this wave yet.
Oh, Stubborn
Downfall
Trader
almost
takes a
kills
bad
Trader
trade.
here.
He's gonna have
The
maybe the
Belveth is
stacks.
coming. Oh, the knock up into the
She's low
tower.
though. Okay, so he goes
Belveth
it away.
can't even get into range. Downfall just ghosts him, walks
Oh,
away.
Dummy Slick
The
is
flash
flashed!
W whiff! And now
Huh?
Stepro's here to make sure Downfall can't fall. Downfall successfully thins the wave a bit, but it's still gonna be a while until this bounces back. He's looking for the
Wait,
kill
stop,
because Belveth has
bro.
no flash.
He used.
The pillar does
Oh.
not do enough.
Wait, he already. Vishwan already used. Wait, hold on.
Big engage from Rel, flash in by Coco.
Goku gets
Rhino
the first
dies.
blood.
This is the weak side kingdom, and Janna could not cancel Rel engage with Q.
Now is Stabro showing why he's a Trundle and invading here?
Oh, looking at the replay, Janna tried to use NATO and
Oh,
Hong
he
flies over
doesn't.
it.
Wait, hold on. Oh, Stabro is in a really awkward spot because Bucky doesn't show. He flashes in. Oh, Buckby, he flashed in. But I don't think he dies there. Oh, the Trundle.
Oh, the Trundle, the
So,
troll greed.
Stepbro does not smite the Raptors. Dumbs the gas level 4. And he also did like 1 or 2 auto attacks on the small Raptor. So,
Yeah, Downfall's
sad to see
not
that.
as big of a spot as Dummy Slick was on the Trundle. But Dummy Slick's first back, he was able to buy T-Mat and really accelerate his farming.
And
Sephiroth
Trundle
has to
comes with a
start
Shein.
with Jean, which is good for Divine Thunder start, but your speed really clears will be a lot slower.
So looks like Dummies League might be going for that Stride Breaker. But overall, even after all that level, 1, 2 issue with downfall, he still managed to get a similar CS. He's sharing, 100 golds
Yeah,
deficit.
but that's just kind of what I'm talking about. You can't really force ganks with this Belveth at all. They tried 2 ganks topside, and Downfall's going even in a counter matchup.
Yeah, and we see here Stepbro taking the first Drake, which is a Cloud one.
This is a very easy drag start. Cloud drag is actually really important for this particular roster.
Wait, downfall goes in for the ult to get 2 hits.
Oh no, Casante's just dead, I think.
Oh, I don't think he had the third ult.
Yeah, look at Casante's health, he's gonna have to reset after that one.
Oh, his Stepbro used the pillar before, yeah. And and just like how
Ooh,
Beats shared, he didn't abuse of that flash cooldown of 5 minutes. Now we have
I
Dumbs League
can't
here.
believe I can't believe they traded flashes at the start of the game not to use it. This is a bait and a half bot lane.
Wait, nice shockwave. Vision flashes again. He finally uses, but now bot lane's gonna fall. Fallen's gonna fall for Dumbs League, and they trade 1 for 1 at the
The
end of the
kill
day.
goes to Belveth. The bot lane of TPO is very nice. They're making sure to not deny Coco too much farm by shoving it out.
They didn't punish the lack of flash, but at least now they were able to get the kill on visual. That's a good shockwave by Buckby there, and a good follow-up damage.
Trundle really can't be the one to start it off because he has to show and then cancel the flight with his ice pillar.
Yeah, and he's pretty much maybe a 1 camp difference. We have like 3 CSC difference between Dummies League and Step Bro. But Dumbest League has a 150 gold um, bounty, so targeting him is definitely what you should be looking for to get that bounty for the side of New Moon. But yeah, Stupid Trader is just living the dream. She, she has the wave on where she wants. Not, you know, doesn't need to worry about backing. She has TP if he needs to. But that's a good amount of vision from the blue team here, ET New Moon, on the top side because Herald is spawn.
Yeah, Herald is up.
We see both supports looking here, so probably gonna see a
The
4v4.
Cassante is a bit low. Ults are up on pretty much both sides. Basil does not have ult at this very moment.
We see the flash from Dummies League just came back up.
They're starting up the Herald.
Rhino's now hovering the bot side where they have vision on this
I'm not
Reaper.
sure what Jana can really do in this roam play. Dummies Lick is looking, but Bucky's here to threaten with Oriana, and Downfall also has top prio, so they just shove him away from the
Yeah,
Herald.
they just zone him out. They're gonna be able to
And
catch Vishwa.
another thing about, oh, they're looking for mid.
Nah, he
I
just
guess Aesol
flew
just
away.
flies away. But as I was saying, on New Moon, oh my
Wait, is
god,
that
they're
bro
looking for it.
uses
Cassante
Spiller?
goes. This is a 2v2 fight.
There's a
Stuffro
lot of
is
damage from
low.
Downfall. Dumbest League
Gwen
is gonna
does so
drop.
much damage.
Oh, Stupid Trader does kill the
Downfall
Trundle.
should be able to get this with the, yes, the slice and dice.
Like,
Or, not the slice and dice, the snip, man.
they trade again.
But
They go again 1 for 1. Downfall getting a very important kill.
as I was trying to say, that Herald is just so easy for...
Wait, is he going? He's
Wait,
going.
he's going.
Oh!
He waits for both of the dashes. It's the easiest kill of his life, and he gets a shutdown onto Belveth under tower.
And
This is TP coming in from Cassante, but he can't punish Gwen
and
here.
one plate.
Unless Gwen just overstays.
No, he just got the plate and he walks back. Now
Gwen is a monster. I'm not sure why they let him counterpick Gwen after they saw he could play Fiora, but they let it happen. And
now they're
this
using
is gonna
Herald
be a
for
lot of
bot.
plays on bot side too. Newman is just winning across the map this game.
Are they looking
Dragon
for it?
is up in 44.
Oh, that's. Oh, they didn't follow up, but that was a good pillar with Jinx chomps there. They didn't go for the dive, but that's a lot of gold. Yeah, like there's a 1k gold lead advantage, but we have 800 gold lead on the Gwen, and now there's a 300 gold lead on these Jinx that has been outfarmed by the Zaya for pretty much all the 3 games. We always see I Am Lightning getting some sort of CS advantage, 5 to 10, sometimes 10 to 15 in the last match. So TPO's bot lane is doing pretty well, but that's a good call there to make sure that Jinx comes back to the game, or at least stay
So
relevant.
Cassante is doing Iceborne first into Gwen.
Okay, this
And
is a
this
smart
is
move. They just waited the bot lane to recall to go to start the Inferno trade.
Yeah, they're really abusing this back recall timer. As I was saying, Cassante is first summoning Iceborne into Gwen. So Gwen's gonna feel like a whole item and a half stronger than him, even when this is complete, because it's itemizing armor in the AP matchup. Usually when you're against a hybrid team like this, you prioritize drop show instead.
Oh, wait,
Shauna
hold
Shield
on.
stops the plate from
Oh,
happening.
Vishwa, the
Vishwa is
shockwave, he
getting
flashes
gapped.
away. He
No!
managed to
He
fly
dummies
away.
And Chun doesn't have the auto range, but Dummy Slick says it's okay, don't worry, I'll die for your sins, Vishwa.
Oh, Vishwa is staying. He does
Wait,
ult.
Vishwa's still here. He's
He
one
has the
hit.
big ult, but he. Oh, the
The
Jinx
Jinx
ult
ult
does a
hits
catch.
Dummy Slick. Dummy Slick is so low and he dashes out.
He managed to survive, but Stupid Trader is the one that actually finally pays the price.
Yeah, after almost
What?
killing 3 different people, they get 1 kill.
What a friendship by TPO. They managed to survive, managed to help their partners, but
This
It's an
Downfall
odd
gets.
play. Vishwa's CPing towards mid, and they're having 3 people auto turret.
Oh
Having
my
this many people hit
god.
turret usually isn't great because it gets extra armor and MR based on how many people are in proximity.
Honestly,
So I don't
you got a
think
Trundle. I don't think it really matters. Look at how fast they
it.
took this.
Yeah, it's still Gonzo,
It's 4
but
plates shared, obviously, in the 3 of them, but
so
Gwen, look at Gwen.
yeah, Gwen is 1200 up. Buckby is doing huge chunks to Vishwa at this point.
Yeah, he finished Luden, so. And now Divine Thunder into this Trundle. It's looking rough for TPO. I mean, it's only like almost a 2K gold lead, but we have a lot of gold into
This
this
is also
Gwen.
2 drags up on New Moon's
Yeah.
side. Unless TPO can get 3 dragons in a row like they did last game, this is looking very hard for them.
Yeah, it's looking rough. They're almost getting bot turret too. So if we could count the amount of plates, they got 1 mid, 5 top. I think they got 4 bots. So they have like nearly, they have around 10, I believe, plates. So it's huge, and you have the powered, power spike. You have
It's almost
four,
2,000 gold in plates.
yeah, and four.
Trundle's here.
Woo! Big
Oh,
shockwave.
big shockwave.
But Stepro kind of whiffed
And
the
they
pillar.
can't kill the Janna because Trundle threw pillar in the wrong
Ooh.
spot.
Wait, look at
On
downfall.
flashes, Downfall's looking for a dive. The Jinx Elf gets one, but Downfall might die for it. That's a 600 gold shutdown onto a hyper carry onto the Belveth.
Yeah, I mean,
Drag is up in 2 minutes.
oh, I froze. I froze. Okay. What second are we in?
I'm at 7.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm good.
Okay.
They're looking mid.
Alright, looks like they
Well,
fall back.
that bro is looking to cancel back to bot. I'm not sure why.
Wait, they're going for a
They
dive,
just
maybe?
go for a dive. He doesn't walk behind Zaya.
Oh no, he just
I-
goes for the turret and he blues Stupid
Yeah,
Trader's
it's a race to
TP.
TP.
Oh, that mistake. You gotta.
Belveth is here with ult transform, so she can outplay Trundle Pillar.
Oh, nice, nice
That's a
shockwave.
big Rel ult.
Oh no, it
This
wasn't.
is a fight. Cassante ults so early, but Jinx still falls. This is disastrous for New
Oh.
Moon. They just lose 3 people.
Vishu is just gonna fly, reset, and fly.
They had nothing to fight for at that moment. No objectives to be up, but they give 3 kills for 1 kill onto top.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna rotate now for Herald, and we have Drake coming up in a minute.
I don't think you can take risky fights without Gwen being there. Gwen is the heart and soul of this team right
Yeah,
now.
and I thought Buckby had the shockwave, but it was Rel's ult. So if
They throw ult, so it's a good CC, but no damage.
yeah, if they waited, I think it was maybe 20 seconds, then that fight could have turned into completely different. But now, New Moon's getting vision here on
Drag
the
is up
bottom
in
side.
20. Zaya ult is down. Cassante ult is down. Trundle ult is down. Rel ult is down.
Kisante does not have TP. Vishwa does not have TP. We see Kisante walking down to the fight. I believe Downfall is gonna try to push that wave and look for a TP.
They might just kill. Yeah, Janna is getting CC'd.
Buckby's gonna
Trundle
close
can't
in.
walk up though, so they don't get much more than a big chunk onto Janna.
Oh,
She
they don't get the
is
kill.
almost dead. Dodges the super mega death rocket, so Janna will have to reset most likely.
It looks like
New
TPO
Moon
is
can
giving.
fight. I don't think they want to give.
The Mystic is
Buckby is
coming
zoning
in.
with damage.
We have a
They
TP
just
from
need to
Downfall.
I think they have
Nice
to take the
shockwave
fight.
to stop Dummy.
Belveth is getting killed. Absolutely slaughtered. They're looking for the turn. They can't quite find it, but they get the kill and they get the dragon without losing anything in return.
And they get a kill on Jinx, getting stronger and stronger. Opening up now 800 gold into the Zaya. So Jinx again looking pretty good. Good TP, good shockwave, good zoning by Buckby on these Belvav, and they got a shutdown. Really important. Now they secured their third turret.
Big. They aren't crazy heading gold, but they are 3 drags up. The pressure is on for TPO Blue to start turning this series if they want to win. First items are pretty much purchased across the
Wait,
board.
Coconut
No,
getting caught. He flashes
he
the
has to
knockup.
flash. Awkward. This is Herald drop mid. This shouldn't be much more than just. This might not even be one tower. They don't have anyone else to do extra damage, and the tower's over half health.
Yeah, but they don't get the
Yeah.
turret. They just get one
That's such a
charge.
waste of Herald. I don't know if it was about to go down or what, but Baron's up in a minute, Drag's up in a minute 30. I mean, 3 minutes 40.
I mean, so far it's been a pretty, leveled game. Pretty, a lot of back and forth, but pretty even. Both teams playing, their strengths and going again, getting their making plays together, making plays as a team. So we haven't seen like a crazy huge difference between the two teams. Like no stomps, everything being pretty much a little bit uh, sometimes calculated, sometimes uncalculated risks, aka draws. But we see from across from both teams, so showing a pretty even match here on this series. Now we, yep.
This is such a turning point. Baron is up, Drag is into 40. Not sure if anyone's gonna get to 2 items too early, but Gwen and Jinx have the biggest goal differences right now on the side of New Moon. Aesol's ahead of Ori. It's mostly the CS, I believe.
I think the next pack we're probably gonna see second item on Gwen, second item on Jinx maybe. We see a second
Yeah,
item
there's second item on Gwen.
on Belveth. Possibly, maybe not a.
Have you seen this Belveth build before?
Yes, I don't remember who I was talking to, but this is some sort of a new build. She goes Titanic Hydra, Stride Breaker. I forgot what the third item is. I don't know if it's Cleaver, but it's something that it's tanky. It's something that keeps her really really tanky. A lot of life, a lot of health, um, and it is one of the
I don't think
newer
I've seen
builds.
the. I've seen like Jock show with like Bork and Kraken.
That's the standard one. That's a standard build. Um, but I forgot who else talked. I don't remember if it was Shroud or if it was someone else.
Rod is very well versed in incoming builds.
But yeah, now one thing that TPO needs to keep an eye on is Visual has the evolved ult. So so this is gonna do extra damage. It's gonna have like a radius, and Visual's gonna get caught
They're
here.
looking
Step
for
bro,
Vishwa. He has to
good
fly.
peeler.
His gets cancelled. Has to flash. Trundle is flashing right after.
He,
Belveth is coming.
Step
They
bro
get the
gets the
kill on the
kill.
Vishwa. Jana is coming. It's only Ori left. Drag is up in a minute. They get the kill, but not.
They're calling the Baron here. They call him
I,
Baron
I,
because
this is a risky Baron. They haven't cleared vision.
the mistake is in the bot side. Okay, so they stop. Ooh,
Oof.
good flash by Buckby.
Yeah, very good reaction flash to avoid the knockup from Belveth.
We have Drake in
What's really
30
problematic
seconds.
is Belveth will be all prepared and transformed if there's a dragon fight.
Yeah,
Um,
but there's no flash on Vishwa. There's no big R on the Azul, so their fight's gonna be a lot weaker. Um, there's no flash on Buckby and no flash on Stapper, so they definitely need to be careful.
they're looking for Fallen, just some damage.
Stapper goes in, use his peeler.
Oh, he's going for Belveth.
His mine's Belvets. Ooh, Shockwave
No,
come in.
Shockwave goes on Belveth.
Oh, Jinx
She's
ult goes
so
wide.
low. This is a TP in from
Casante's
Casante.
ulti. Oh, Buckby is in trouble. He does manage to get
Buckby
away,
just walks away.
and Downfall just gonna
This is gonna be
focus.
tricky. Downfall is splitting.
Oh, New
TPO
Moon's
is
keep.
looking for the dragon, but New Moon
He's
is
calling the
setting
Baron.
their sights on Baron.
Yeah, and TPO so TPO they made like a recall call and then they back. Now this needs to be finished really
Oh,
fast.
Fawn is so low after the Baron, but
Oh, they
this
can't make it.
is
Buckbee's on a
they
awkward
can't
spot.
do it. Buckby gets hit up by Bel'Veth. This is a
Oh,
game-turning fight.
Coconut, he doesn't have
Buckby is
flash.
down. Coconut is down. Fallen engages
Oh,
to give
it's
another kill, and Downfall is in the backside 1v3 trying to get out.
it's a triple
They
kill for Slummy Slick and the Baron play.
they had the easy setup to do Dragon ever. They chunked Bel'Veth and they go for the Baron instead and lose 4 people
I think
and the Baron.
the Baron call I think was interesting if it was like immediate because you are
Well,
at because here's the thing, you are at so point, so you can give up one Drake to trade for the Baron, but Downfall wasn't there
yeah,
doing
you need
it.
Downfall at the start to even possibly do it.
Yeah, you need the Foreman, the Jinx, the Downfall, and Stabro, and then you can probably get the Baron before they come, and then you just walk away. And we saw Buckby, too far forward with Trundle behind him, trying to fall away. He didn't have flash. Coconut didn't have flash, so they were easily caught. So that's the biggest issue here for the side of New Moon, like their positioning after they decided to, you know, give up the Baron play. But yeah, it was really good for TPO. Massive play by Dummies League. Downfall trying to go into Zerino, gets cancelled. This Dummies League did a lot because he did 1v3 on one side, Downfall did 1v3 on the other side, and Downfall didn't win, and the other opposite side, Dummies League won. He one shot the Jinx, he
They're
one
looking
shot
for
the
Buckby in the
Buckby.
bot lane. I don't think Buckby can do anything here. He ults, but there's
No,
just so many dashes on Bel'Veth.
he's just by time. Wait, Super
He's
Trader
just
goes to the wrong side.
Yeah, he just walks around. They might try to get a pick on Vishwa, but he has flight.
No, you need again. You can
New Moon
never.
is just going to have to buy time until drag comes up because they can't really do much. It's very hard to siege against a Baron.
It's hard to siege against an ASOL that just stops the wave from ever touching. Wait, is Rhino getting caught here? Downfall together.
Janna has to ult, but just a trade of cooldowns really.
But yeah, this looks. But then again, TPO managed to got the gold for the bear, but haven't really got much outside tier one
They're
top
gonna
and
have to
bottom.
give this tower. They don't want to fight this. 4v4.
Oh, Baller stepping up way too much.
Fawn is kind of
Dumpsley goes
forward.
in and comes out.
Trundle's looking. This is a decent pillar, but
Oh, he ulted the
yeah, he
ASOL.
ulted Asol, and he didn't save pillar to cancel Asol flight. They're looking on the Bel'Veth possibly. The drag is up in a minute and a half.
Buckby got caught
This
here.
is their chance to get a
Good
pick.
shockwave, but there goes the damage reduction. He just fall again. Visual flies out.
TPO blue's getting lower and lower, but the moon just doesn't have the explosive engage.
Now TPO is getting, getting the waves, get a couple turrets. But again, I think like this game, like if TPO wants, or if ET wants to win,
They're
but
looking
wait,
for a dive onto Buckby and Stepro here. This is 4v2.
Buckby
This could be
flashes, uses.
absolutely terrible.
Oh,
Buckby's buying time with stopwatch. The one coming in. This is now a 4v3.
Stupid Trade is gonna drop down. Dumbsley goes in. He, oh,
Oh, Coconut's
Coconut
going
got a
big.
double
The
kill.
other
He
hits.
gets a triple kill.
That's everyone down for the most part. Zaya is alive, but this
30
will be Soul
seconds for
coming up when
Soul.
4 are down.
Yeah, I mean, Stupid
They're
Trader.
looking for the kill on Zaya. They do have Trundle Pillar. It does not do enough against the Blast Cone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they like the initial dive kind of looked good. They got Buckby, but
What's crazy is I believe the TP from Downfall was canceled, and the play still went so sour for TPO Blue.
Yeah, like Dumbslick, I think he fall back. He left, but I guess he didn't want to leave the Cassante alone. He tried to go in, but he couldn't survive. They dropped one after the other. Jinx just got resets. She got a triple Q again. She's getting stronger and stronger. She has 1600 gold, so she's probably gonna be able to finish the Lord Dominic's.
This is gonna be the hardest fight of TPO Blue's game.
Yeah,
They have Hextech Soul onto 5, which will increase their resistances when on low HP. It will also give everyone below 50% health additional damage. So this will be biggest on Downfall and Step Bro.
yeah. And before we go, quick shout out here for Loki. Thanks for the gift sub for to Sailor Cat. Amazing, amazing supporting ET stream as always, Loki. Thank you very much.
Fall's
Wave.
face checking into 4.
He
This should
flashes
be a straight
away.
death.
He jumps through the wall. He get.
Oh my god,
Oh.
he gets a jump over, but
Actually, this
he's
is not
still
bad.
down.
Even.
Downfall's in a terrible spot now.
Oh, he
The
gets
blast cone
canceled.
gets canceled. This is not good. This is a
Stupid trick.
3v4
Oh wait,
attempt.
Downfall
Does too much
survives.
damage, and this is why I hate Gwen, guys.
How did she heal so much? How did this happen?
Downfall should have been dead, but he just presses the Gwen button and lives.
He heals. I don't know, man. That champion is something else. Dumbest luck now. Getting caught
They're
gets a lot of
looking
damage.
for. Oh, they don't get it.
And the thing is, Fallen dying there, he bought so much time that he got two flashes. He got a flash from Stupid Trader and from Dumbest League. So his flash for two flashes is not bad, and the fact that Doubtful also got another kill on top of that, it was a good even trade due to the circumstances. Because if he get caught and nothing happens, then that's a free Baron probably for TPO. Now all eyes are on this Baron. I Let me see if we can get like an idea of 360 stacks. Wow. He still needs
It's his
40 stacks
percent health up.
for what? For Result?
Yeah.
I don't know. He does like 700 damage on his ult.
His Q does 11% max health damage right now. Nice one.
Uh, Downfall chunks to Trader so much in this top lane. I think he ulted because his ult is on cooldown right now.
Downfall is going to be a 1v2 menace with this soul.
They're definitely keeping, mid and top push to try to get
Like,
vision.
the only way Downfall can be threatened is if it's someone plus Bel'Veth. If Bel'Veth isn't there, I think he just runs over everyone.
Wait,
They're looking for a pick.
Rhino doesn't get.
The slow
Oh,
hits.
the Strundle
should
just jumps
die
all the way in
here.
the back line.
She
Oh.
flashes off of Trundle to
Wait,
die.
Dumbest League is in a
The
really
Veth
awkward place
is
here.
about to get slowed. They need to
Oh,
hit the
nice
blast
shockwave
point
and
to
double
get
kill for
it.
Stat Bro.
Soul, Baron is up, so they should be able to just get this for free. No jungle, no smite on the side of TPO Blue.
That is crazy. The Chemtech map helping New Moon at the right time with some interesting uses of the Blast Cone. Imagine your Trundle just flying over to your backline. That is scary. Now they're TP
Oh,
mid.
if
They're
they don't
going.
use the TP, it's Tink the tower shots.
Wait, Vishwat
Oh,
flew.
wait, Vishwa just W'd over the wall. Doesn't get punished for it because they're focused on pushing, but
Tier
he's
2.
in a really weird spot.
Yeah, he's in the mix of a flank, but okay, so he flies
Oh
over
my
in,
god.
he cancels over,
Stepper
Stabro gets on
was
top
here
of him.
to absolutely bust him
Janna
open.
managed to stop him. Downfall's ult also doesn't get
I
into
don't
Vishwa.
think they can continue this push, but
Yeah, and the Silence are pushing for TPO, so New Moon has to play really well the Silence, at least have like the Silence pushing together, because if Zai is in one lane and Asoy is in the same lane, Like they're gonna clear, and that wave is not gonna touch the turret at all, unless you manage to actually dive.
Yeah, they basically need to make sure Aesol dies.
Yeah,
If
and it's
Aesol
not gonna
isn't
be
dead, it's
easy.
really hard to siege.
And it's not gonna be easy, as we saw. He used the E. He used the jet that was there with the tornado to stop the Trundle. So if they don't have like a flank position, it's gonna be really hard, and that's when this route from Fallen needs to have a really good engage with a flash E
Oh,
or something.
there's heal cut on Rel and Downfall. Buckbeast's gonna get caught. He's walking into three people. He has to flash out.
Oh, he
It's
flashed
a
the way he
solid shockwave,
gets.
but they don't have people here to fight this.
Yeah, and at this point, Domestic can heal so fast. And he went okay, so he went Cleaver. So I think that's the build Cleaver. Um, Also reminder, the visual has knocked like
Well,
level up ult.
Elder is up in 30. This is going to probably be the last fight of the game. Whoever gets Elder should be able to just end.
Yeah, mid is pushing, top is pushing for the side of New
I
Moon.
don't think Downfall wants to be mid, pressuring Inhib,
Ac
but
Wait, hold on.
if they get engaged on, it's dicey, but TPO Blue's engage is really
Buckbeat
terrible.
doing good damage. He doesn't have
Mid tower is gone.
yeah. I mean, Gwen is threatening the end of the game. If they just dance here, this could be
Gwen
good
is
for New
about
Moon.
to be on Inhib. Elder is being started, but Gwen is
Fallen has
looking
a
for
good
end.
angle here.
Downfall has wave and Zaya is away. Big ult
Oh,
from Aesol.
that ult is goes wide. Numbers League. He drops. Stupid
New
Trader
Moon wins
drops.
the fight.
Coconut is here.
Downfall
Downfall's
is here for
coming.
the flank. He doesn't even need the flank. Everyone just
Oh,
dies. That's
that's
going to be the game in the series to New Moon, most likely. There's 4 dead, and most of them aren't up for 30 seconds.
they don't like only Stabber wants the Elder. Everybody's running mid. Stabber, no, this is my Drake. I work hard for this. But you know, I think TPO they whiffed that ASO ult because he hit like nobody, just like the knockback, the waves after
It's
he crashed.
just. There's no way you. Their team comp is not designed to all in. And once you get stuck between getting an objective or, you know,
It's
protecting your base, you're fucked if you don't have hard engage.
exactly. It's really hard because again, you have three champions that wants to just stick back and two wants to kite back. You know, it's awkward at that point. You know, New Moon just waiting for the shockwave to come back to CD. You have Rel in a really good position that can threat so badly. Um, so again, it's a really awkward situation there. There was a moment where TPO had a really good time. They got some, you know, some kills. They got something going with the Belvav, but it was not enough at the end. This was a really close series, but New Moon managed to get back. They come back from being 1-0 in the series, and as we can see here, good damage overall coming from the team from New Moon. We have pretty much almost the same damage, 21k between Buckbee, IQ of a Coconut,
Yeah.
Stepbro with 19k damage, almost 20, and also
I'm
good.
surprised damage numbers are this low when that game went on for 35 minutes. Most people are around the 20k mark.
Yeah, there wasn't like so much back and forth fights. It felt like it was all engage or a pick here and there, um, but not a lot like back and forth crazy fights. It felt like one team was winning the fights and getting those damage out, the other team was just trying to fall back. So it's definitely awkward. Um, we we had some. We were discussing a little bit here. We're gonna try to make an interview here. We're gonna try to invite Downfall to this stream so we can talk a little bit about the series and the game. So just give us a few minutes. We're gonna try to bring Downfall here just so we can chat a little bit before we can
So we're gonna bring
give
in
closure.
the starting top and starting ADC from New Moon. I just need him to join a VC so I can pull him.
Yep. So we'll be right back as we're gonna try to get them here. Hello, everyone. We are back here. I'm gonna put here the voices over so we can actually see who's talking. So pretty much here we have New Moon's top laner Downfall and New Moon's bot lane Coco. So first of all, congratulations on the win. And
Thank you.
how are you
Thank
guys
you.
feeling after tonight's game?
I'll let down
Uh,
go first.
Honestly, it should have been a 2-0. Not to flame or anything, but we powered through game one. We played a minute and a half so terribly, and then we just kind of gave it to them. So if I feel like after game one, it was just like we didn't really like lose per se. But at the same time, like we kind of more outplayed ourselves. But
Yeah,
otherwise, it was good.
not gonna lie, there were very a lot of questionable plays here and there, but overall, I think you and Stepro had pretty good performances on that game one. My question is actually for you. How did you think that top lane was gonna go when you saw the cannon? What were you thinking? Were you confident on this matchup? What because technically the cannon was a counter pick, so how you thought
Mhm.
this would have gone?
I felt it went kind of what I was expecting. I've never done the matchup, but it ranged into melee matchup. Kennen has a movement speed increase that I can't stop, so I feel like he would win the lane kind of naturally. I definitely think I didn't play team fights right. Like I should have just been, especially there was one team fight mid where Kennen TP'd into our back line, and I should have just ulted him out instead of actually pushing him back into my team. So that was the thing.
I do have one question about that matchup. What was going on in your head level one when Kennen E's on top of you and then just chunks himself to 50% health?
Dude, I was kind of waiting for level two, and it's like if that went that way, then maybe level two I just kill him. But I don't know.
Yeah.
That didn't go that
Actually,
way.
it's not too bad of a matchup for Poppy because Kennen has no sustain, and that just means Poppy just chunks him slowly with passive autos, and then it's hard for him to pressure. And also, Poppy gets so much resistances later on that like he couldn't really poke you out. Once you get below half health on Poppy, Kennen just kind of stops doing damage.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But I don't know. It was fun.
What about you, Coco? Give me your honest thoughts on how this game one went, because actually I think out of the three games, this game one was probably your best showing overall in lane. So tell me.
Oh, it was just fun playing in lane. I give credit to the both of the bot laners. They played really well. Even though I know the support on their team is non a support main, he's a mid main. He was just going support, but I feel like he did a really good job um, at his role. Um, I think they've played really well game one. I gotta give them credit. We just played really bad, I think, and we're still trying to work on those mistakes and try to become a better team. But I'm glad I went to 3 games because I had a lot of fun playing all three.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about some of the bot lane pairs they did? Like they did Zeri Braum, they did Zaya Thresh, and then game three Zaya Jana.
So I entered that second game on that thrush hook. I didn't see that hit me, and we like entered. I think 2 kills, and I thought the game would be over, but we actually came back. So I feel like
Actually,
they did really good in that one.
I have some questions about Downfall in this top lane. Like,
Yeah.
why did you just went top lane like forever since minute one? There was a moment where
It
Gwen
was
was
more
bot.
apparent in the second game when you're playing Fiora. You kept like going top, and then they send Ari top, and then like you really can't do much except trade waves into Ari. But you were holding like about 1500 gold lead on Gwen, and then you have Swain matching Gwen.
Um, I mean, I feel like with Fiora into Ari at that state in the game, I can still just force my lead and still pressure into tower. I'm keeping the Ari with me instead of the Gwen, and I'd argue that the Ari is probably better in team fights 4v4, so it's probably a more favorable matchup for me to shove in and just hold them there. Because if they TP away, I get tower. Same thing with the Gwen, but um, I don't know. I don't know. Top lane mentality.
Yeah, some interesting stuff. But actually, the one question that I have for you, Coco, is there was a moment where I think was after the Baron play that TPO got. I believe they got I think they got an ace or something. They got the Baron. Things were looking pretty rough. Actually, I think maybe it was this game here, the game three. Things were looking pretty rough. You know, you guys were behind. It kind of started feeling like you guys were losing the fights. You guys were getting picked one after the other. Um, and then all of a sudden, you guys found a triple key on you where you start to came back. So, walk to us what happened on that Baron decision at a 24, 25-minute mark until
Okay.
the fact that you guys start losing, one fight after the other until you guys came back with that triple kill in the bot lane.
Well, yeah, we were losing our ground a little bit on that Baron play, but I'm gonna be honest. I think they really grief diving us on the tower. I think the third game they had the
Yeah,
Baron
I
push.
don't know what they're doing.
They had that Baron push. If they just didn't dive, I think it was Slap and Buck that were on their tower, and they Buck Zonias. If they didn't go for that tower dive, I'm pretty sure they could have gone a lot of more towers, and we would have been more behind because we couldn't fight them as much. We lost the soul and we lost the Baron. Um, but they decided to dive our mid laner with Zanyas, and we just came in and we cleaned up and we turned the game around because of it.
So, what was your thoughts after game one, Coco? You said you would disband New Moon if you lost the TPO, even if it was a game.
I'm kicking everyone off. I'm actually done, bro. I'm kicking everyone off.
Does
No
that
joke.
include yourself?
Yeah, bro. I'm gone, bro. Fucking gone, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
we played a great game one. We just had a couple mistakes, but we learn.
I think it
For the
was
next
really
series.
weird. Like, game two, you really showed, like, if you get the matchup you want top, you can do a lot with it. So for game three, they decide to R4 Cassante, leave you counterpick, and then make sure Belveth has no lane to play through. So then you basically do the same thing you did game two on Fiora game three with Gwen.
Yeah.
How did you feel about going to game three like that? Did you feel like you're getting away with murder?
Kind of. I mean, I don't know why they didn't just R5 topside because I feel like Vishwa has fairly good blindable champs and his ability to just play regardless is good. So I feel like getting top would have been the better. But I don't know. It was fun nonetheless. Just sit and split push, and that's all I do. Also, Slappy wants a shout out. Hello, Slappy. Shout outs for kind of just carrying my ass in lane.
I also
Because
got a shutout Buck. I can't leave my mid laner behind. He did
Yeah, no,
well.
shout out for Fallen. I see how it is.
Oh, and for my support too. Oh, he's gonna run it.
yeah,
He's
dude.
gonna run it next week. I'm
Dude,
so screwed. I'm so screwed.
Fallon's gonna just murder you now.
Oh damn.
How could you
You're screwed.
forget, man? How could you forget the men?
He actually did really good. I gotta give actual shout out to Fallen. His engages on rail were just masterclass. I can't even lie. I can't lie.
He did really well, I would say, in all three games.
Yeah, he did really well. He just shocked me too. Oh,
But yeah, but yeah, man. Again, congratulations. It was a big win today. Definitely important to get like that record back up. 1-1, really, really important. So again, congratulations to you and the
Mm.
boys. New Moon's coming pretty good last couple games, last couple weeks. So you guys are definitely picking up the pace. So um, We will stay here for tonight. We let me see one thing here in a second. Probably gonna look forward to send you guys to watch something um, here. So I'm gonna be looking to send you guys to watch something if you guys are interested on. But for today, we're gonna stay here and we'll be back tomorrow with more League of Legends, more games. It's gonna be AML. So stay tuned and much love, much appreciated everyone who came in. We had really good audience, a lot of good stuff on the chat. Thanks Axe, thanks Coconut, thanks Down for coming in. Wish you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.